ready before.
Let's run it. Shout out Lil for the beat.
Shit.
Oh shit, we going in?
Yeah, you guys ever get a boner in church?
Okay.
Okay.
On the third day, he rose again.
Yeah, okay. I ain't trying to piss off the Christians, bro.
Shout out the Christians.
Yeah.
The Christians if you're a blood. Yeah. Girl. Yeah. Stop leaving your fucking hair clipped all around the fucking house, bitch. Or I'ma air out a clip on your motherfucking forehead. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow.
Good thing we're starting wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You the love of my life, but stop slamming the fucking closet door shut. Yeah.
Yeah.
You thick crust built like Pizza Hut.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my grandma was a squirter.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure my grandma was a squirter. That's why other couches have plastic on them. That's why other classic. Oh man.
Yeah, bro, this is a wholesome podcast.
Let's go, Gazelle.
Family friendly.
Yeah. Unlike dreams, I love my girl.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? If I go off this clip, we all go off this clip together.
Lose some fucking weight, bitch.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Nah, I love you just the way you are.
Shout out Bruno Mars.
If anything, I want you to gain more weight.
That's right.
Hungry bitch.
Hungry hippo.
Hey. Yeah.
Hippo, yeah.
I don't know what I got myself into.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, the views do not reflect Cisco. only Ponte las pilas.
Yeah, we got my boy here from South Central LA. Yeah. Don't mess with him because he don't fucking play.
No.
Yeah. What are you doing after this? I'm hoping you can stay.
For what, dog? For what?
So I can take you out for some mariscos.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your name again? Oh, right, it's Francisco.
He's a wholesome man.
Go ahead. Tell him what set you bang. Go ahead.
Damn. I'm gonna become a rapper today.
Yeah.
Walk with the nice kicks, talk with the flight chicks. 1996 bull snapback classic.
Yeah.
Full of denims.
Yeah.
I got stuck, but it's like the homie was saying.
Yeah.
I'm from 30th Street,
Yeah.
South Central LA.
Go.
The street was Maple. We don't play.
No.
Shout out to the homie Scooby.
Yeah.
I miss you.
Go Cisco.
Apple Scooby was the neighborhood
Drug dealer?
No.
the neighborhood drunkie. I hope he doesn't get mad for me saying
Shout out
that.
the homie Scooby.
Fucking Scooby. Shout out to the homie Scooby. man.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah,
He was our babysitter. So every time I get a chance, I always throw him out. You know, he was a babysitter. You know, the guy that always kind of hanged out in the front of the houses.
He's patrol.
He was a patrol, but the parents were cool with him.
He was neighborhood watch.
He was like a neighborhood watch. Like Scooby's out there, you could go out there.
Yeah.
And play. You know, he was like an old school gangster.
Hell yeah.
Always drinking, always in the front. You know, we had borrachos in the front, so we like, los borrachos están afuera, you know? Yeah. So we felt safe. Our parents felt safe.
That's the security.
Shout out.
Just don't let them drive. They good.
Shout out Scooby, bro. But before we
Like,
get started, bro, let's give you a proper intro. Go ahead, Lalo.
It's your boy INFINITED or even the AM. Tell the motherfucking Z, baby. Was good.
This is your boy Gazelle. What's up?
It's your boy Beto.
Ya tú sabes.
What we got with us today, Beto?
Today we got the one and only
Uh-huh.
Francisco from Kina Love Cisco.
Let's go.
Muchas gracias. Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks
man.
for coming out, bro.
Look, man, I did not know what I was getting myself into.
Yeah.
Nah.
I've been to other podcasts, and they're typically
More
like you
mellow?
walk in and it's a mellow. Hey, nice to meet you. Fools are active, dog.
Have to be.
Like you
I
guys,
have to be.
you guys are active in a good way. Like,
Yeah.
Appreciate it, bro.
like you guys, your energy.
The coke helps, bro.
I did not have any of that, obviously.
It's funny because right before we got here, I told Dreams, I was like, bro, look, low-key, like Cisco is a wholesome dude, bro. You know,
Yeah.
Take it easy on them. This foot goes, lose some fucking weight, bitch. You get on the Christians, bro. Damn.
Shout out the Christians, though.
This fool right
And the
here, man. I don't
Catholics.
know what you guys gave this fool, dog.
He's the comedian of the group, bro.
Yeah, is he always like this?
Oh, he's worse.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
ten. No,
He
he's
toned it down for you.
He's
bro.
behaving right now.
Yeah, tone it down.
He
for
looks
a
like he
little
slept over. Like he didn't even go home last night.
bit. No, I didn't.
This
That's
is
why this shit's all linty.
This is our Scooby, bro.
He's on a bender
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
He looks like he's in a bender.
It's been
dog.
3
Like,
days. Tired.
Girl kicked you out.
Yeah, well, you know.
I mean, it sounded
tough.
like
I
it.
wonder
mean,
why.
You
They
know,
always say sleeping on the couch is like a punishment, but that shit's like a fucking vacation.
Like a
bro.
dream come true.
You sleep
He's not
better,
lying,
huh?
baby. He's
You,
not
you
lying.
have no one to wake you up in the middle of the night. I'm scared. Did you hear that noise?
Yeah,
I don't feel good right now. I can't sleep.
Well, okay, well, one time that happened, and she was like, "Babe, something's outside. Go look." I went, and I heard her, fool. I wasn't gonna go fucking check that shit. Are you crazy?
And Loki, my girl did that shit to me the other day, and Loki, I was fucking scared. I was like, "Fuck, I'm not trying to go out there and look, bro. Fuck that."
I'm
shit.
scared too, bitch. You kill the spiders. The fuck?
right?
There you go. Love your life, dog.
Hilarious, dog.
Yeah,
Well, like
true,
unlike
'cause-
us, the homie Cisco actually loves his wife.
loves your girl, huh?
That's what it looks like.
Hey, you're a good actor, huh?
You know, I haven't gotten my papers.
Yeah.
It's like I'm saying, there's a process to getting your green card, fool. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They check to see. They randomly come knocking on your door to see if you guys are in the same house.
Yeah.
They want to know about pictures, you know, like that. So
Yeah.
we have to, and obviously we're in social media, so we have to play
yeah.
the fucking
Yeah,
role,
yeah,
dog.
I get it,
You're like, look at this clip. The agent and shit.
I love her.
Hey, I had 2 kids just to play the role.
Yeah, dog. That was for the Social Security, dog.
Yeah.
They'll get money back, dog. But you could take this off, bro. But
Yeah,
you know,
and that's just in case they don't believe you with your wife. Now you got your kids to
Yeah.
try to get your social
yeah,
security, your
dog,
green
you know,
card.
no, the Social Security, they give you money.
Yeah.
For each kid you have, dog. You know, so
Why am I going to work? The system going to take care of me.
Okay,
you know, you
bro.
get like $4,000 per kid, dog. So that's why we needed some money. So we just
Easy.
I'm just playing.
Easy money, easy check.
I'm just playing, man. I pay taxes.
Yeah, bro. Especially now you're in a new
Damn.
tax bracket, huh, brother? Hell yeah.
Yeah, you out
Congrats.
here now,
Nah,
right?
Look, don't believe anything you Google, fool. Somebody one time sent me a message, a family member, dog. At that, fool. They always
my
come out, fool. Hey, that says you're worth, you're a millionaire. Like, fuck no. I'm
Net worth 1.3 billion. What?
No, dog. From where, fool?
Yeah, I don't take it from like the Google shit. I'm just taking it from the Lambo you pulled in.
Yeah. So, like,
I'm like, damn, fool. At least you're humble.
Nah,
it's leased.
that's a Kia 2015. fool. Nah, the Lambo's probably your neighbor's, dog. That was not me,
I
fool.
don't know, man.
That's what I try to tell the IRS too when they be fucking hitting me up. Hey, yo, 15,000. Hey, don't believe everything you see online, bro.
Don't, fool. You know,
And then I logged in my bank. I was like, fuck, I do owe 15,000.
Nah, bro, but it's like you said, new tax bracket. Now you're recently a new homeowner. How's that feel, brother?
It feels good, bro. Honestly, it does feel good just because obviously I've never owned a home. I've never, you know, my parents never owned a home, right? So we always, you know, my whole life we rented.
That means a lot more than.
Yeah, it
than
really
just
does.
Getting one on your own.
It really does because we never owned a home growing up. I never had my own room. I always shared, you know, bedrooms. I have 4 siblings. I mean, there's age gaps between us, but I never had my own room or anything like that. So never had a house, right, that was ours or whatnot. So that's why it kind of means a lot. So my thing was, a dream was to own a home for my kids because I have kids, right? So that was kind of like my fear, you know, like we always rented and we were always like, oh, watch out with the wall, you know, don't mess up the fucking wall, don't write on the wall.
Don't put no
you know?
fucking nails in that bitch, bro.
Yeah,
Like, I
you
tried to
know,
pause it.
or you kind of felt weird inviting people over because like we would rent. Sometimes it was like a multi-family, so the owner would live in the other house, right, in that
yeah.
same property,
That
and
makes
we
it
lived in the
awkward.
front.
So
or
your
whatever.
guests had to go in through their house just to get to your house.
You're late on rent and you're just throwing a party in the backyard and you're like,
Yeah, almost
Yeah.
that, right? Where you kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
in our previous home, not our 2 homes back where we rented, it was a 1-bedroom, but the owner, like, he split the house. The house was a 2-bedroom, but he somehow split it into. He took one of the bedrooms so he could have 3 bedrooms, and the house where we lived in was only a 1-bedroom, but he did it the Mexican way, where
Yeah.
the installation was bad, so we could hear
yeah.
everything. Fool, like even
They're
when
fighting and shit.
when me and my girl are, you know, doing our thing, having our kids, you know,
Making
they're gonna
them?
fucking hear us, you know, or we gotta go over there to the living room somewhere.
You're just having dinner and next door you just hear, I told you to fucking put that shit away.
Yeah, dog, so you got the cows knocking on your door. Nah, it was a TV, you know, but that's how it was, bro. So you're even uncomfortable, right? When you have a family, like you're telling your kids keep it down, or you can't really invite, you know. invite people and you hope they don't get too rowdy and shit like that. So, you know, having your own space in your own home is amazing, right? Because you could do whatever the fuck, you know. My kid already, one of my friends bought him a skateboard. This was 3. He got him a whole skateboard full. My kid, he's over there in the skateboard, like belly skating on that shit, going back and forth. Surfing on that shit, right? So we're just kind of like, you know, we're not putting no mind to it. We look over and on the walls, he was hitting the wall. He dented the whole wall, you know? And the natural me was like, get that fucking skateboard out of that. But then it was like, you know, this is fuck it, you know?
Yeah, if anything, it's a memory to look back on. Like, oh yeah, that's when you were a kid.
Yeah, it's our house. Like, we could do whatever the hell we want to it, you know?
And plus, you got money. You got drywall money.
That's sick, bro. That's super cool. You know, like especially. Well, I don't know if you want to get into that too with the whole story of how you and your wife met.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can only imagine both of you, you know, living in a small room, just you and her, you know, having a struggle in South Central LA to now owning your own spot must feel fucking amazing.
This fool did his homework, bro.
Yeah. That's his job.
Did his homework.
You know what's funny? Want to know behind the scenes thing? He usually sits over there.
Yeah.
He's usually on the 1s and 2s.
Oh, really?
But,
Yeah, he's just.
I got demoted.
Yeah, but we
got
put him up
demoted.
there because he's like, I did my research. Like, I want to be on it.
He looks like he's all sat over there.
I want to be in the conversation.
Hey, I'm sad, but I got a freezer full of beastal, dog. I'm chilling.
Won't be sad for too long.
Hey, did you press record, dog? We've been having.
Oh,
we've been,
shit.
We've been talking about 30, yeah, bro. Like, just to get a little bit into it, I could give you the short story of it, or I could give you the long story of it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So basically, me and my wife, we met on Twitter. So once upon a time, we've been together for like 13 years now. But she was only 18, 19 when she sent that message. It was on Twitter. Twitter was popping at the time. And I was in my early 20s, and she sends me a message, an inbox message, right? So I open it, and she just writes, I'm going to take you to Vegas, and I'm going to marry your ass.
Damn.
Like that,
She's
fool.
manifesting.
Just like
Al
that.
tiro, bro. Like, she knew what she wanted, fool. And like your pops out there with he's just, bam, fool.
Sending pictures of tarot cards and shit. Like, no. Like,
Bro, I was like, damn. So I'm like, who the fuck is this? You know, so I go look. I'm like, damn, she's cute. You know, she's light skinned. Where the fuck does she live? You know?
Yeah.
I think, I mean, at that time, she was in Rockford. And I'm like, she's fucking this far, you know? But I sent her a message back, and we just started talking little by little, and we started getting to know each other. And everything was online. Like, everything that we did throughout that time, through the first 6 months that you know, when we first started talking, everything was online, bro. So I sent her a message back. She's come, you know, I get to know her a little bit. Her mom's white, right? Her dad is Middle Eastern from Syria.
Oh, shit.
So she's, mixed, right? She half white and half, Syrian. But she was brought up in a Muslim household. So that's what the family practiced. That's what she practiced growing up. Very strict, almost a little bit similar to, Hispanics or whatever, those serious Catholics. So it's very, very strict, family dynamics, specifically the dad, machismo. Honestly, believe it or not, Middle Eastern people are the old school ones, I don't know about the new school ones, but the old school ones, because I know of him, they're very similar to the old school Hispanics that that we know of, right? Like my dad, for
like, you gotta
example.
come man to man.
Serious, bro. Like like they're strict. Get home.
Can't
by
just
this
honk
time.
when you pick her up.
No,
That's rude as shit.
But no, but super rude. But trip out when the family. So we're doing this long distance stuff, and we're now I'm kind of falling for her. Like damn, I've never been with like a white girl. My ass lived in South Central LA at the time.
Your credit
so I'm over
shot
here
up,
like,
huh?
like damn, yeah. Like, bro,
Did she
I'm
have pictures, or it was just her profile picture?
It was like when we started talking, I started getting more pictures, right? But the profile picture was the initial one. But then obviously she started sending me pictures, and I'm like, damn, this girl's, she's beautiful. She looks different than what I'm used to, dating or whatnot. So that kind of captivated me.
She looked different than the girl sitting in the back of the class eating their hot Cheetos.
Yeah, with the fucking red fingers
And their
shit.
Gatorade.
What, Arizona?
Yeah. Good morning, bitch. with that pink spray.
Yeah.
Fucking
Loud as
lighting up.
fuck. You just gassing up the fucking bus, bro, in the
bro.
back.
Victoria's Secret.
That cheap fucking spray. But so so that kind of obviously captivated me a little bit, different, and her being from a different culture, that intrigued me también, like I grew up around Hispanics, so that's all I really knew, Hispanics and African Americans, because I lived where I lived. And so learning a little bit about her, that obviously was intriguing and stuff like that. And I think a little bit was we would FaceTime, we would go to sleep, FaceTiming, Skyping, whatever it was.
That's when you know you're in love.
Yeah, dude, trip out full. We would fall asleep, bro. Like, and then I would wake up to go to work or school, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I gotta go. So the fucking, and then, all right, have a good day. So we were 3 hours ahead because she was in Rockford, Illinois at the time. So we did that cute stuff, but then eventually the parents find out.
Yeah.
The dad finds out, takes the phone away. It gets serious. This fool's like a serious, like, no good individual, right, bro? Like, and very machismo and, you know, controlling. So this will basically cut off communications between me and the wifey. The wifey somehow.
How long have you guys been talking for already?
This was we were already 4 or 5 months into our
invested.
into our conversation. Yeah. So she ends up finding a phone somewhere, and she calls me and she's like, hey, talk to my dad. I remember at that time I was working for an after school program. LA's Best. It's a after school program down in Los Angeles that you work, you know, with the kids or whatnot. And I remember like, fuck it, I'm gonna call this vato, you know, I'm straight, I go to school, fool, I have a job, you know, I'm a good citizen.
He's not one of those bad illegals. He's one of the good ones.
I come with my A game, fool. I tell the supervisor, hey, I'm gonna go to the room, I gotta make an important phone call. So I go to this classroom, fool, it's just me and the phone. Dude, that conversation lasted 3 minutes, bro. I'm like, hey, look, you know, I just want to be your daughter's friend. I'm not even asking for the hand or nothing, dog.
Yeah.
I'm just like, can I just be her friend? And this was shut it down quick, bro. He was basically like, no, like she's getting married in the summer, you know, typical Middle Eastern type of vibe, right?
Like that summer?
That summer, supposedly.
Yeah,
right?
damn.
It was like arranged marriage type
It's like
of thing?
type of shit, but this fool was lying. You know, he was just telling me she was getting married. I'm like, oh, yo todavía, like, it's cool, man. I mean, I just want to be her friend. Like,
I'll be the best man.
And you did some preparation too, no? You prepared some Arabic words to speak
Arabic,
to?
yeah, man. So
It's the Duolingo that shit.
yeah, bro,
right?
because he's you know, so obviously Syrian, so obviously talking to the wifey, tell him the wifey's over here prepping me, like tell him that you're in the process of converting. At this point, bro, I was so invested and in love, bro, that I was willing to do anything, bro. Like, I'll convert. Fuck it. Does he want me to convert into a Muslim? I'll do it, you know?
You're like, when's the bautizo for this?
All that, fool,
You were
like,
about to change religions. I wouldn't even change my bitch's tire, bro. What the fuck?
hey, I had bought in a goat, fool. I had the goat ready to go, fool. Like, I was going to pull up with the goat. Like, here's your
This is
goat.
my
give me
finest one. Also my only one.
Finest one.
Yeah.
You can have it.
I
Yeah,
had-
we're gonna make it in a birria later if you don't have it. Fool,
I
so.
had the goat ready to go, dude. Cow, whatever you want, bro. I'll trade you. But no, that fool was not. It was a no go. You know, I tried, you know, telling, hey, I'm converting. I'm doing this and nah. Boom, shut it off. Talked to her and I was like, that fool said no. Like he said that we can. So she got in trouble. They took, you know, that other phone away. Fuck, you know, they probably whooped their ass for all I know.
Doesn't that make it more fun though?
What the
Yeah, but I think when you're like,
You see me?
when you look at it back, yeah, but when you're in that moment, bro, you're kind of like,
out, huh?
damn, like I got so invested in this girl, and you start thinking of like unrealistic expectations, right? Like at this point, she's in Chicago. Like realistically, how the fuck was I gonna see her? You know, I'm in school. I'm in my early 20s. I'm going to school. I'm still kind of partying.
Yeah.
I'm working. I'm like, how am I gonna really see her? I'm over here doing all this for this girl that I've never even met. At this point, fuck, we're like 5 months in, and I've never met her in person, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm, you know, but to answer that question, yeah, it made it exciting to some degree. And then we, you know, she somehow gets another phone, and we have a conversation, and we're like, look, it doesn't seem like it's gonna work. You know, at this point, you know, it doesn't seem like your parents are gonna budge. And we're just conversing. She's like, look, I told you that we were gonna do it my way. Like we were gonna get my family on board, and we were gonna, like, you'll convert and you'll do what we have to do, you'll come visit me. But I also said if my parents didn't accept you, then we would do it your way, which is like buy my flight ticket and I'll move to LA.
Vas a robar.
Yeah, so
Yeah, straight on Mexico style.
Mexico style.
Right
bro.
under Chief Keef's thumb? That's crazy.
That was your idea to fly her out?
So initially was like, because we're adults, right? You know, we're over 18, and you know, part of it's, to me, when I met girls, it was like, "What's fuck, dude? You're old. We could go to Vegas, or we could do this, you know?
Yeah.
Go places. I could go over there, and your parents would be cool about it. But at that point, I'm like, if I can't go visit you, and your parents are cool with me visiting you, how is this gonna work? Like, even if we try doing the long distance relationship, and I spend my fucking financial aid money on a flight ticket, if they're not gonna accept me and I can't even hang out with you, like, you know, it's not gonna work. But it was her idea, really, to come out.
So she gaslit you into saying it was
like
to do your way.
meaning like let's do it your way, as far as like
Let's do it your way as in my way. But the other way, don't do it.
like, I was her ticket, fool.
You're like, oh, yeah.
You know,
That's
I was
what I
just-
think.
What trip? My
What
mom,
did you tell her to for her to just?
bro? My mom
She was
didn't even
enchanted by you.
My mom didn't even know I had a girlfriend, bro.
Damn.
She didn't know you're gonna change religions, bro.
No, she still doesn't know, dog.
She's out here making chorizo and shit. You're like, nah, man. Fuck,
Can't
I
eat
can't have that shit, bro.
Nah, bro. You know, and she probably still doesn't even. I probably told her once or whatnot, because eventually I ended up doing it, but that's another story. But she's like, if you buy my flight ticket and I'll go. And I'm like, fuck, I haven't even talked to my mom. My mom doesn't even know I have a girlfriend. Where the fuck are you gonna go? Like, I live with my mom, you know, in South Central, whatever. But I was so invested and I was just so, you know, in love that I was like, fuck it, give me a day. Let me talk to my mom. You know, I was the type of guy that I liked to party. I liked the club. I liked to, you know, I was reckless at that point in my life, you know, young individual, just partying and living it up. And I ended up telling my mom, like, hey, look, I got this situation. I got a girlfriend and she wants to move in. I didn't know how. Me and my mom always had a good relationship, right? My dad was a different story, but my dad really didn't live with us at that point. So I tell my mom, and my mom was on board, bro. Like, my mom was like, yeah, like, quick, bro. She didn't even think about it. But from my mom's perspective, it was, she felt like this girl could change me and my ways, right? Because my mom would stay, you know, Mexican moms, bro, you go out and they won't sleep till you come home.
Yeah.
Right?
Supposedly.
My mom be like that.
Supposedly. They're over there fucking snoring. Like, mijo, where were you at? You know, I haven't slept on it.
¿Dónde está tu chaqueta?
Like,
And they're like, what the
Pinche baba.
pinche baba.
93 degrees outside. I don't need a jacket.
You know, right. But so that was my mom. You know, she just kind of worried because I was a little reckless, bro. I was very, very reckless. Not gang banging type of stuff. None of that. But sometimes wouldn't get home. Sometimes she would find me in the front of the house, passed out asleep in a car.
With the other borrachos?
Yeah, the old guys. You know, like
What's up, Scooby?
You're watching the vlog with them?
my mom's like, te vas a convertir como ellos, cabrón. Like, I'm the new generation, mom. When they get somebody
Yo, they gave me the keys.
you know, so
Good.
she was cool with it, and she, you know, my mom, to this point, I mean, my mom doesn't speak English. So my mom can't even communicate to this fucking day. Like, my wife speaks a little bit of Spanish, but to this day, they don't communicate effectively, right? So my mom was on board. She's like, yeah, fuck it, bring her. And sure enough, bro, we did this fucking mission. I bought her flight ticket. In the morning, she woke up in the morning so trip out. So my wife, around that time frame, she moves to Virginia. Her dad is in aerospace. He's like a fucking engineer in airplanes or some shit.
Damn.
So he moved.
That was in space.
He was moving the family to Virginia because that was where his new job was going to be. So they were selling the house in Illinois, moving to fucking Virginia. So throughout that time space, that occurred. So now she's in Virginia, but not with the whole family. The dad only took the sister and my wife. So now they're in Virginia. So one day when this fool goes to work in the morning, my wife, I buy the flight ticket early on. She gets up, she packs her shit, whatever she could pack up in a bag, drives, gets a taxi to the Virginia airport, whatever the fuck airport is there, and she flies out. So the first day I met her in person was when I picked her up from the airport, and that was like, we're like 6-7 months into our long distance relationship, and we just kind of go back home, and I'm bringing this individual person that left her whole family behind, right? Because of her family dynamics that, in a sense, kind of pushed her away, right? Like, because of how the dad was, how strict he was, how ruthless he was, how he didn't give his children any freedom or a chance to be kind of, in a way, children or whatever, or explore their own ways, right? Like, you have to let your kids kind of like explore and fall, get up, you know, figure shit out, you know, in life. And I think that was a big reason why, you know, she left. Had that, you know, been different, I don't think she would have left, to be 100% honest with you. And we probably wouldn't have never gotten with each other, or we probably would have, but it wouldn't have led to us getting married and her moving out and the whole nine. So that kind of happened, and she moves to LA, and now I have this white girl, Middle Eastern girl.
That's crazy, bro. That's something out of like a
movie.
I feel like Eugenio Derbez would have wrote this movie, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That best would have wrote.
Oh, the other res. Oh, I was like, who'd you say?
Yeah.
When she's catching that flight, are you having second thoughts or like?
Yeah, you could have got catfish,
You know-
bro.
Are you?
I know.
Imagine it would have just been a fat dude like off the plane, and you're like, no way.
Fucking catfish me. No?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't think
You
that
gotta commit though at that point, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, bro, trip out that. So when we were FaceTiming, there were times where I'd be like, "Can you go back? Go back.
Hold a spoon on your head. Put a spoon on your head.
Make sure you got 2 fucking legs, 2 hands. Let me see your fingers. Do this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I knew she was real, but you know, when she is coming, I remember I have this fucking planned out, and it's fucked up, bro, because I had 2 friends. I go out with 2 friends to close friends, childhood friend of mine. I'm not even gonna name drop them because it's shady in their part, but we go to the Yard House in downtown LA, and I'm like, hey, I tell them my idea, bro, what we're about to do. And they just kind of shut it down, like, bro, you crazy, bro. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. Like, they were trying to talk me out of it, bro. Like, like you don't even know who she is, and this and that. I don't think they were doing it in a malicious way.
Yeah, bro. Take a step back though,
Yeah.
and analyze the situation because it is crazy.
Yeah,
like I think
it is,
any
yeah.
like reasonable homie would be like, "Hey, bro, I don't know, dog. You know, like for real.
No.
You know?
And I get that.
He has
point.
a hat that says "I love Toxicas."
That was trying to give me a
Nah, fool, I don't know, bro. This party life's crazy. Are we gonna go to Rosarito this year? Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
you do. No, that's a valid point, bro. You know, but I just, to me, I kind of feel like, sometimes as a homie, you got to be a little bit more supportive, right? Somebody told you guys this was crazy, right? Doing this shit, right? The podcast stuff.
Yeah, I
right?
told these fools. Yeah.
So,
I was wrong.
My mom told me
but
yesterday, dog.
My thing it was, I guess, where I felt like, damn, dog, like these fools, you know, I get trying to knock sense into me, but then eventually the support has to come,
Yeah, you
right?
have to support it.
Yeah.
You still got to support it to some degree, right? Like I think that at the end of the day, and that comes in every aspect. Like you might think of a crazy idea, and I might tell you like, I don't know, bro. Like you got to think about this, and that. Valid, right? But after that, if you see that like that person is like, nah, dude, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Then it's like, all right, well, let's fucking figure it out. How can I help?
Yeah.
You know, as a homie, I feel like because this is childhood friends of mine that I grew up with, right? So I expected that, and I
Oh,
necessarily
makes
didn't
sense.
get that. You know, I just kind of got like, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it. And that was the pin, you know. And even through the point of like her coming over here and meeting her, it was kind of like it almost felt like they didn't want me to do it. I don't know if because I was like the party guy that it's like
Yeah.
if this fool settles down, it's done. You know, we're done as a team. You
That's
know.
why we haven't settled down. You keep telling me, bro.
This
I
fool
keep
makes-
trying.
I'm not
I
ready.
keep trying,
This
bro.
fool makes the money, dude.
Yeah.
He buys the drink. The
I'm
fuck
like,
we're gonna
fuck,
do?
that's our coke dealer. What? No.
Oh, we gotta tie him down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you
it's
know.
true though. Like a lot of times, like people won't admit it, but friends sometimes they're a little jealous when like your homie gets a new girl,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, you're gonna spend
Oh,
time
she
with
got
her now.
fat titties. Fuck.
Yeah.
What the
Right?
fuck?
That's what you guys are thinking?
No.
Crazy, bro.
No, we're thinking at all.
No,
love
It
this
was
shit,
definitely a
man.
culture shock.
I love this shit. I love this.
You were talking, Max.
No, but no, that's all I was saying. Like sometimes people won't admit it, but if your homie gets a new girl, there's a little bit of jealousy. You're like, damn, I'm not gonna get to see that fool as much anymore because like all
Right.
the attention diverts.
Yeah, and it could have been that, you know. And I mean, I didn't hold it to like fuck these fools or anything like
Yeah.
that. It was nothing like that, but it was kind of like I felt like I was on my own in that situation. Like, all right, well, fuck, dude.
I think I would have
Like,
done the same thing as your friends, though. I think I would have done the same thing as your friends and tell you, like, I think this is stupid, bro. But once I saw you determined, I would have been like, all right, then I'm gonna go with you to the airport
Yeah.
and stand outside, like far away from the car. So like when she's approaching you,
Just
or,
to see
like,
it's not a dude.
it's not a fucking dude.
Yeah.
You know? Like, just to make,
Trying to murder you.
With the sign and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like if you're a limousine driver.
yeah.
I was out there
Make sure-
with flowers and
Yeah.
shit.
Make sure Maui doesn't come out and try to take you and shit. Like, all right, bro.
Oh man, I
showed
mean,
up-
I
you showed
didn't
up
need
to-
that much support, but that would have been cool. You know?
You showed up with flowers to the airport?
No, I actually did.
No?
Damn.
And it's fucked
Did you
up.
shower at least?
I didn't. It's fucked up.
I don't even remember if I showered, dog. But I didn't show up with. I didn't. It was nothing like you would expect, like us running to each other. She took like 3 fucking flights to get here, right to LA. It was like from Virginia to New York, from New York to San Francisco, San Francisco to
Damn.
fucking. It was one of those connected flights. It was a last minute flight, right? And I only had a limited amount of money. I was using my financial aid money, so I got the cheapest one. So by the time she left at fucking 6 in the morning to go to the airport, she didn't get to LA till like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
at night. So she's over here walking off, fucking like con sus huaraches, dog, you know, like all tired. I'm over here like nervous, like damn, like thinking of the homie, like damn, were these fools right? Fuck, like what if I am? Because it's one of those things where like you can't just fucking send her back, fool. Like she just
If you have the receipt, fool, you can.
Hey, the FAFSA check doesn't come in for another month.
no, bro, that's just with semesters, bro. So you're thinking like this shit gotta work, bro.
She,
Like, it
she
has to
shows
work.
up and he already has her ticket back.
Yeah, like just in case, fool. Like nah, I had to work, bro. So it's like you are questioning a lot, especially like before her. I had like little, you know,
Flings?
situations, slings and stuff like that. But I never had like a concrete relationship where they met my mom. And I'm bringing someone to live with me and my mom at the house, right?
Did your mom go to the airport with you?
Nah, hell no. She didn't even go to my graduation. She never went to parent conference.
No, hombre, va a salir un vato ya.
Yeah, nah. My mom doesn't drive. My mom speaks nothing but Spanish. She's like, you know, your typical Mexican lady that, you know, crossed the border.
But her cooking's fire, huh?
Fire, bro.
Yup.
Fire, dog. You know?
Right.
He looked you right in the eye and said that.
He was like, delicious, bro.
He did not blink.
It was funny, bro, because it's like I said, my mom and her didn't talk. Like it was all sign language. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Kiki. They call her Kiki because her name is Sakina. So my mom would be like Kiki. Oh, I would be the fucking middleman, like, oh, dile a Kiki, you know. And my mom's very lovable. My mom loves her to fucking death. It's crazy, you know, to this day. Yeah, I remember when she finally moved in and we're kind of, oh, dude, her family went bananas, bro. I thought their family was going to come and fucking kill me, bro. The brothers threatening me, sending me messages. The dad, I had a fucking detective call me because the dad even lied to the detectives that she was underage, bro. So it even had me questioning her, like, let me see your fucking ID. Like, at this point, I'm like, I'm fucking 5'3", dog. I can't go to jail.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot go to jail, bro.
Yeah.
I just crossed the fucking minor over state lines. Like, that's federal, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm with fucking Chapo now, bro.
Yeah.
Like, no, bro. Let me your fucking ID. I'm over here with the blue light. You know? Because the detective called me, bro, and this fool was like, oh, you know, we just want to know if like if she's fine. I'm like, look, man, she's here. You could talk to her. It's because, look, and this is the thing, the dad is saying she's underage. We looked her up in the system and it's not, and this and that. So the dad's making a big deal about that. That's how serious it got, bro. Where I was like, let me see your ID. Like, I did ask for a fucking ID, fool. Like,
You're like, what's your name? Birthday?
yeah, like all this shit. I'm over here mathing and stuff. Like, you were born in 94. Like, what the fuck? How old are you? So
You should have like lied though and just been like, "You'll get her back when you when you send the fucking money," you know. You know.
I fucking told. I was being the nice guy. I fucking
And
told
then
you.
you just put like someone in the background.
I told you, motherfucker. I was giving you a fucking deer, a cow, whatever you wanted for her. I was gonna visit, dog.
Scooby, get the fucking guns.
Don't never.
And I'm not converting anymore.
All bets are off, dog. All bets are fucking off.
Tired of being the nice guy.
She's converting, dog. I'm taking her to see La Virgen tomorrow. To la Placita Olvera.
That's fire.
Show you how we do Easter.
But no, that fool was serious. They were mad, bro, and I got scared, fool. I was like, fuck, fool. Like,
Bro, it's wild, bro.
these fools were mad, fool. Like, the brother, they were fucking, like, sending me messages, like. But anyways, like, eventually, like, they eased off, and they just kind of, like, once she's like, can I talk to her? The guy was like, can I talk to her? Yeah, I'm here on my own will, this and that. Because obviously she wasn't a minor, so they couldn't put a fucking runaway report on her, especially if, like, the only thing you could do is a missing persons report if the person goes missing, but the person's here.
You know,
I want to be here. So that, it was nothing. It was just a fucking detective, you know, doing his job. And they eventually laid off, and they stopped talking to her for like 5 years. Like, there was no they disowned her and stuff.
That must have been really hard on her.
On her, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, we got married and none of her family was there. Like, you know, it sucked that they weren't there. The dad obviously lived with the family. That, you know, the dad just the way he is, but they missed a big part of her, you know, her life or whatnot. So we didn't have none. I mean, it was a small wedding, but none of her family was there. she was cool with the mom's side of the family, which is the white side of the family that live in Kansas, right? So they were fucking like these hillbillies that are cool as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Tell
cool
you
with-
what, that brown kid over there, he's
Yeah.
actually a real good son bitch.
bro. These motherfuckers, bro. They call
Those are just
me,
white Mexicans over there, bro.
Yeah.
these fools, bro. These fools, Uncle Tim and Uncle. I call him Uncle because that's what she calls him, Uncle Tim and what's that other fool, Uncle Tim and damn, I can't remember the other fool's name, but these
Uncle Jim,
Dale Earnhardt.
wild guess.
You're almost there, fool. I was like, oh, you got it. Now,
Uncle Bob.
how'd you know?
Uncle Bob.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon.
Uncle Tim.
Tony
You don't even know
Hawk.
the NASCAR race.
I can't think
I don't know
of
that
it,
a
fool,
lot.
but
Really?
these fools fucking, where's Jose at? I'm like, motherfucker, I'm from Cisco. Like, they're cool like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're like, I don't take it offensive, but they're being offensive,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
They're being funny.
They're being racist and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're trying to be funny
Racist,
about it.
You
Like,
gotta dish it back though.
he's like, where's Jose at? Like, bitch, I'm right here,
Yeah.
but it's Francisco.
How you give this damn lawns a lineup? This shit.
They put you to work.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I've been to Kansas and I've met these fuckers, right? And
Yeah.
they're big ass white boys, but they're cool as hell, man. And Wichita, Kansas is a different breed. But they were cool, so they were the ones that would talk to her, and they were cool with the whole situation. So she had that kind of side of the family that were on board. And then eventually the dad, you know, he was just
around?
he was a piece of shit guy. Nah, not even to
Nah?
this day they haven't. You know,
Well, it's crazy to me. Like you can't set your pride aside, like for your daughter. You know, like no, I don't mean to dish out any disrespect. I don't know him, but
Now fuck
but
that
if-
fool, dog.
you could disrespect that.
nah,
fool.
but it's just it's crazy. It's like
Mean ass cock.
Go ahead.
Mean ass cock
Go at
blocker,
that
dog.
fool. Go at that fool,
But
dog.
yeah, but it's the machisto, right? The
Yes.
machismo where it's like
You know, and
It's
'cause
the
that's,
pride
that's
that
how
they
my
don't let
dad
go.
was, bro, right? Like a machismo dad. So one day I'm like, and I feel so bad because one day I'm like, really, at this point, she kind of talks to the mom now because the dad, piece of shit guy, dog. And I mean, hopefully if she sees this, she doesn't get mad by me saying all this because it's her pops, bro. But the dad put the family through hell. Right? At the end of the day, the dad put the family through hell. And the dad eventually ended up leaving the family to dry, goes and gets fucking, cuando les conviene, right? When religion les conviene, oh, you could have multiple fucking wives. That fool had somebody else. He moves to another country, another state, and leaves the family to dry. The mom ends up living with one of the sisters or whatever. And at this point, they kind of come around. So it wasn't that the sisters didn't want to talk to her or that the mom didn't want to talk to her. It was the dad, like, if you guys talk to her,
Yeah.
there's going to be issues here.
Tightrope on everybody.
Yeah, and so that's really what it was. But one day I'm like, you should call your dad because me and my dad had differences growing up, right? Me and my dad are hella cool now. We as adults, I had a conversation with him one day and we hashed everything out, bro. Like everything out. We laid it all on the table.
Once you
And-
can go to like Hong Kong and shit together, like it all
Straight,
works
dog.
out, bro.
Yeah, that's
Like,
where
it
we
all
went,
smooths
fool.
over.
I feel like once you beat your dad,
You know, I didn't really love you like I should have. You know, I should have went to that
just
game.
throwing,
man.
just throwing ones.
Yeah.
Nah,
Throwing pesos.
once you beat your dad in a squabble, I think has to respect you a little
Bro,
bit.
and bro, me and my dad got into a squabble growing up, right? I was like in high school. That's how bad.
I got you, bro.
That's how
I did
bad
research, too.
that's how bad it was, bro. Like that's the type of relationship that it's just me and my dad. But we handled it, and we're cool as fuck now. I was just talking to him this week because he lives in Mexico now. But I'm telling my wife, like, you should call him. That's your dad at the end of the day. Like, you know, you gotta understand him. Like, that's his mentality. He doesn't know any better. I was still trying to like mend things because that little bit of my dad, right? And so she goes, boo. She ends up calling this fool.
Fuck.
And what do you want? Boom, clicks the phone on her. And I was like, damn, my bad.
and she was like, "You see, Francisco?"
Now she's mad at you and shit.
Now she's mad at me, like, damn, like, all right, well, fuck
You're
that
already
fool.
getting the popcorn for like tonight's late fucking movie night that you're
Yeah,
gonna have.
I'm about to
'cause you're
fucking
like,
heal a relationship here, you know?
Yeah.
I'm about, the whole family's gonna love me now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna be like, I told you that Mexican was cool. Nah, that fool-
He's all right. Pancho's all right.
But yeah, nah, I feel clicked and they haven't talked, bro. To this day, he has his own life, and she doesn't talk to the guy, and
yeah,
that's
well,
kinda
the
where it
only
is.
reason you really did it was just because you knew how it made you feel, right? You and your dad mending things back
Right.
together, so you were like you're gonna feel great when that happens to you,
Right.
And that didn't.
And I thought it would.
you were wrong. You ain't like, no le atinaste, güey. Like,
You know?
You made it worse, fool.
You gotta wait another 10 years. You gotta give that
okay.
for another 10 years, fool, when he's like almost seeing God type, you know?
I feel like that, like, that's what made you guys maybe bond a little bit closer. Was like, there's just something about like when you're as a couple, there's no out. Like we got to work this out.
Right.
Where these kind of bring out the best of both of you guys, and it makes you guys like a healthier and stronger couple together. I don't know.
No.
my
You're onto
perspective.
something, bro. 'Cause it did definitely help us grow, right? Because we were these little, puppies when we met, young, and we went through life together. I mean, it was hard because it's two different cultures, coming in. Now it also gets hard that it's like I can't, part of me is like, well, if we're going through a speed bump, I can't just break up with you and feel that you're cool, that you could go back home and you're all good. I mean, she
can't be picky
She
and-
can now because she's hella cool with the fam and we visit, they visit, and so on. But at that point in time, in the first, fucking 5 years, in a sense, it's like, I can't just. A part of me, it's not that I wanted to break up with her, but it's like, if I break up with her, where does she go? You know what I mean? So that's kind of like it holds you up, and you're growing, right? Because it's like I was a specific person. I had my personalities were like, you guys remind me of my homies, right? Because I grew up
Igual de guapos?
igual de
Gay as hell.
those fools are ugly. Fool.
So yeah, the same.
Yeah, hey, we're like this.
No, the bond I grew up in my street on 30th, I grew up with, it was like 10 of us. Until this day, we're all fucking cool.
That's dope.
And we...
Shout out your blog, man. Hell yeah.
And when I think it's like if, we could have done something like this, for example, right? Like how you guys are doing it, like a podcast with friends, which is awesome, bro. And I'm not saying that that's a thought that came to us, but that's how close we were. We grew up together. My kids call my childhood friends uncles.
Yeah.
I don't even come around my uncles, fool. Like I don't even talk to my uncles or my family. So my kids call my best friends Uncle Mike, Uncle Chris, Uncle Pollo,
Uncle Scooby.
Uncle. That fool didn't make it to the uncle scene, but he hasn't met a Scooby. But that's what I'm trying to say. That as far as like the family goes, it was hard in the beginning because of all these speed bumps that we had to grow together. I like partying and going out, and sometimes the guys want to go out to the club, right? And it's like, oh, it's only guys, so it's like, fuck, I gotta leave the girl behind, and I'm leaving the girl behind to go out with the guys, and
She got nobody at home.
not that, no friendships. Like her friends are my guys'
Yeah, that's
friends
wild.
now in a weird way, right? Or the people that she worked with as she was working, specific jobs. But it was like work friends. She didn't really have like friends out here. So like even till now, like her only friends are maybe a couple that she met throughout her life as far as work goes, but not to the point where like they hang out that much. It's really my friends' wives now that are her friends, and so on. So that kind of was hard, and you're not all your friends are angels, fool. Like I'm sure this fool gets you guys in trouble with your girls.
No, he's great. He's great around him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but if you called me right now, if I was to say I'm at my house and you called me and you're like, hey, Dreams, weren't we at the gym yesterday? And we weren't at the gym. Who's gonna say we were at the gym?
Dreams.
That's not a good
Facts.
friend.
That's an enabler, but it's like the same thing, bro.
Well,
But,
you have friends that are gonna get you in trouble.
Yeah.
They're down like this fool, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Like I have one of those too, but it's they'll get you in trouble because it's like and I'm just fucking with you, right? I really don't know.
Oh, that's cool.
But
This guy, hey,
I
low
actually
key,
had a pretty
this
good
was a sweetheart.
Hey, bro,
This was a sweetheart.
You know what? It's because I'm like you in your clips where it's like, I low key hate my girl, but I love my girl though,
This was last time some homies came over and they're like, oh, let's go to the strip club. There's a strip club over here. He's like, yeah, bro, let's do it. And we ended up
Yeah.
not going, but his girl came.
Yeah.
Oh, your girl did.
Because she heard. Y'all catch
the
up.
girl was ready to go to the club.
Low key should be down to go.
We went to the bar. His girl ended up pulling up to the bar.
Yeah.
While they
Make
were
sure that he was there.
Yeah, she
Like, oh, you
drove by.
You forgot your lonche.
Yeah.
No.
I just heard gasoline in the parking lot. I was like, fuck, she's here.
Nah, she's always welcome.
Nah, you liar. You invited her.
invited-
You're like, I want my girl
Nah,
here.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Here's his location.
This is just his
Bro,
persona. on the
I be
pod.
loving my girl the most.
Yeah.
For real.
Nah.
Like,
No,
they
you don't love her more than me.
Nah, bro. 'cause,
We
you
all
know,
fight.
Yeah.
I
No,
love my
bro,
girl way
I love
more.
her more. But
No, it's
okay,
crazy.
what was the
Go.
culture shock that now she's there at your pad and you guys are gonna try to make it work? What's like the biggest like culture shock living with her?
Just the way she was raised, bro. Like she was raised completely differently, right? Like I was raised ghetto as fuck, right? Like ghetto environment, ghetto ways.
She still leave her hair in the shower?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to
There
start
you
a fight?
Hey, he has to go home.
Yeah, I still do that. Oh, there she gets mad. But so it was really just the way we were raised. Like she was raised more obviously in a suburb area, you know, family dynamics as toxic as the family, her family dynamics were. The dad made a little bit better money, so they had, you know, different type of lifestyle growing up. So it's like it's just really the cultural and even the cultural differences, right, on how we do things and
Right.
how we are. So it's like that was, I think, the hardest part, really, like the way we were both raised and obviously I was raised in a Catholic household. She was raised in, you know, a Middle Eastern household, very similar but very different at the same time. And you know, the types of things that, you know, whether it was the partying or whether it was the drinking or whatever or whatnot, or the lying in on my end because I had fucking friends and so on. So and really just, I mean, I'm assuming, like, let's just say your girl probably gets along with your mom to some degree, maybe, right? I don't know, fool, but
playing,
they could at least
look it up.
talk.
Yeah.
They could talk.
No,
right?
they love each other.
And from my family side, it's like, well, she really can't. You know, she can't really communicate with my mom. So it's like there's a relationship there, but it's really not there. You know, as far as like they could sit there and have a conversation. So I think that was really at some point really hard, right? And the way that, you know, at some point we had to move out of my mom's house. We had to figure out how to get out of there. And to me, because I was a big, like, my dad was in and out. At that point, my older brother's in Mexico. My older sister, she's married with kids, lives in her own place. It's like I'm the adult, and now it's like I have a girl here that, like, Mom, we can't stay here. Like, we have to go find our own, like, fucking apartment because now we're sleeping in this little shack. It was on the side of the house, fool. Like, it was made out of, like, fuck the material, bro. So that's where me and her are living, and we have 2 beds, fucking, like, 2 twin beds put together. So leaving my mom to, like, hey, Mom, I'm gonna move to a part, that kind of also hurt, right? Because I felt like I was letting go of my mom and letting her be on her own with my little sister. So that, you know, little things like that I did, like, I felt like you have to put sacrifices in. Like, I think as Latinos, sometimes we want to bring our moms, right? If we're like that last child, we want to bring our mom, like, hey, I gotta bring you, like, we're, you know, I can't go to school too far. I gotta stay here. I can't go out of state. Like, I would have loved to go out of state for college, you know, but I didn't even think about it because I can't leave my mom and not see her, you know, I can leave her alone and shit. So sometimes that family dynamic weighs on us as Latinos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that was very, very hard, like, kind of leaving, because I know that it kind of hurt my mom. Like, fuck, there goes my little bird right there, you know? And now everyone's leaving and stuff.
And this is at what age?
I was in my early 20s. I was maybe 22, 23, maybe 24 when I was getting out of there. So we stayed with my mom for like a year and a half while she, you know, she found a job, and, you know, I, you know, kind of kept working and saving a little bit of money and stuff, and working for Lyft. I think at one point I was driving for Lyft in the weekends after work to make a little bit extra money to pay the rent where we were leaving.
How well did she adjust to that? Like,
For her it was hard, bro. Like, fucking hard, bro. Imagine, like, you're 30th between Maple and Main and South Central. It's like, fuck, almost Mexico, bro. Like, you know, you come out, you have, like, the
Taqueria and shit.
the taqueros, or the fucking, we would call them the borrachos that were our babysitters, but we call them los borrachos, and they were always, for whatever reason, they hanged out in front of my house. I lived in, like, this fourplex, two houses. We lived in this back one, and in the front, the gate, ahí se juntaban todos in the front to drink all fucking day, fool, during the week and whatnot. So for her to go out and it's like, go to the store to buy something, and the liquor store doesn't speak English, that's hard, right? Or one day when she first moved in, she wanted to go do her eyebrows or her hair or her nails, one of those fucking things. And she goes to this little nail shop. They don't speak English. So se regresa toda aguitada, like, fuck, like, no one speaks English here.
Yeah.
When she was applying to jobs, bro, she wouldn't even get the jobs because she wouldn't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Because a lot of jobs, specifically in certain areas in LA, like, they want that, you know, bilingual, because there is a lot of Hispanics that go into the banks, into.
Well, it's like you said, like, your mom doesn't speak a lick of English, and it's like, you can get away with that here in Los Angeles. You can get away with that easily.
Right.
Yeah. So
because,
that's like,
everybody speaks, you know, that double language. And for her, it was even hard finding a job for her, because it was like, she'll go into these places and she only speaks English, right? So eventually she ended up finding, but that little breakthrough was hard, and obviously finding, friends and stuff. So for her, I think like adapting was probably the hardest. So when we did move from my mom's, we went to Adams and I think it was Western, which is like the USC area. So she felt a little bit more at home there.
Yeah.
Because it was like walking distance to the university, USC. So it was very mixed. You have Indians, you have African Americans, white,
diverse.
Mexicans, very diverse.
Yeah.
So she kind of felt, comfortable.
You feel the same in being different
Right.
at that point.
Right. And I understand her because when I went to Kansas, I fucking felt out of place, bro.
Yeah,
Like
hell
I
yeah.
was like, fuck, like I see more whites and blacks than the fucking Latinos. Like they were, it's like I was at a Walmart and they're looking at me like, where the fuck this fool come from? You know?
Yeah, you're exotic there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm an actual alien. That's where the term came from. Like, where the fuck is this alien?
Nah, I mean, you took a risk, bro, with doing all of this, but it really sounds like she's the one who took the biggest
She took
risk
the
of
biggest
them all.
risk,
But that's like that really speaks to how constrained she felt in her household, that she was like,
Yeah.
fuck this, I'm out of here, I'm moving to a shack with this guy I barely fucking know.
Well, she didn't know it was a shack.
Oh, yeah,
She
sure.
probably thought it was
You
Beverly
catfish
Hills,
her?
LA, dog. Like, fuck.
Where's the rest of the house?
This fool had a Cali King in there. What are you talking about?
Oh, he was sad,
I
bro.
had a thick ass fucking profile picture. Like,
Going up 29 and
bro,
shit.
she did not know where she was moving to.
That's funny.
She did not.
You
fool.
catfished her, bro.
I mean,
with
like,
your
she
house.
She never asked for it.
That's true.
She never asked, like, hey, what is your house situation? Like, honestly, I don't think she did, but she didn't know what she was getting herself into as far as like where she was gonna live.
Did she ever let you know though? Like, hey, like, was she like surprised when she got there, or
Not right
she
away,
just-
but later down the line was like, fuck. Oh, when the cuetes went,
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I felt bad. I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
You can tell she's adapted very well now though. Like even like
Yeah.
listening to your podcast, she'll be like, "Damn, Francisco, fool!" Like like she's
Give her a bag of hot
got the
Cheetos.
slay.
And that's because she's just been around Hispanic since like she just turned 30. So since she was 19, she's been around, in LA her whole life. We South Central to, the West Adams area. Then we moved, everything was in LA, so all her friends are Hispanic,
Yeah.
all my family Hispanic and stuff. So, when you're around someone for so long, you kind of pick up that lingo,
have you taken anything from their culture?
Yeah. So the house runs through her culture, bro. Like those were the
It's called credit cards and
Or his credit score?
loans and
That's like he's a homeowner now.
financial like audits and shit.
What I mean by that is that was part of the conversation when she was gonna come out here. Was like, look, well, we're gonna do everything. I knew what she was sacrificing, so we were gonna. The conversation was we're gonna do everything your way as far as like where the kids go to school, how we're gonna raise our kids. So our kids, they're Muslim, bro. So we don't eat pork in my house. She doesn't eat pork. This couple months ago, actually a couple weeks ago, she was doing Ramadan, where that's a Muslim
fast,
thing.
right?
They fast and. She goes to the masjid, which is in our terms the church, so she takes the kids there and stuff like that. So she wants to put the kids in Muslim school. So that right there, I don't get in between that, because I know what she sacrificed, to come out here, and now it's like that's my part, and like, okay, like I can't. You've left your family behind. You're basically Mexican now, because you've been here for so long. I can't take that away from you as far as like your culture and what your beliefs are, and say like, no, fuck no, they gotta be Catholics. Like, nah, like, I don't want my kids even to not know their culture. You know what I mean? Like how they're raised and their beliefs. Like my son's middle name is Mohammed.
Oh, really?
Azel Mohammed, and
One of
that
the most
was
common names.
One
One of the most common names.
yeah,
because biblical.
Middle Eastern, yeah. So it's like
It's just,
that's her brother's
I'm
name.
making a super bad joke.
No,
I know
no.
that you get it.
No. Oh,
My uncle's middle name is actually Tyler, so it's kind of like I feel what you're coming from.
yeah.
It's not the same
It's
thing.
not the same thing.
No, but I wanted to. What do you think she loved the most when she was out here? Like what was like? Oh, you put her on, like you have to have this now that you're in.
The papi chulo she got, huh?
Besides the tacos al pastor you guys were eating.
Oh,
that's
fuck.
right.
Dude. No, the freedom, fool. That's probably what she liked the most. The
Freedom.
fucking freedom, because she didn't have no freedom over there, bro.
Yeah.
No freedom. So here, I mean, she obviously had the freedom, but I think what she did like was the weather, right? Because she lived in Chicago, that it snows for
windy all
fucking
the
half of the
time.
year.
Yeah.
When it's hot over there, it's very humid. So it's like it's a nasty summer, really.
Cubs are out
Over
there.
Yeah.
Gross.
So the weather out here is just like the best, you know, like the fucking beach, you know, the different types of foods and stuff like that. Like I don't think she ever had like mariscos, bro, till she got out here.
That must have been a day, you know?
Boom, bro.
Yeah.
Like, fucking head exploding. Like, what the fuck am I eating? Dude?
Whoa.
Like, I don't know, dude. Just fucking
This
eat
is
that shit.
octopus? What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Like, I'll just eat that shit. Don't even
Yeah,
ask,
don't-
bro.
yeah.
You
The
wanna know.
tacos was funny, dude, because the pastor, she ate like pastor for like 2 years, fool, and she's Muslim. My stupid ass didn't know that it was pork. So for like,
She
I
was
take her to a
sitting
taco stand. Oh, the thing about my wife, bro, she's so cool. Like she portrays this like character on social media, but she's really not that way, right? I write the scripts. I tell her, you know, now it's our personality, right? But she's so fucking cool, so humble, so she gets along with everybody. She's very like polite and everything. That's what I love about her. But the pastora is like, she loved tacos, so sometimes we would go to the taco stand, you know, on Fridays or whatever to get some food, and it was always pastor tacos, dude. And you have the bola right there just
thing is
spinning.
Yeah.
But I thought it was chicken food, you know.
Come on, bro. That's a big ass chicken.
Yo, the chickens in Mexico are better, bro.
Fucking dinosaur ass chicken.
I swear
The
to
motherfucker's still roaring.
I
a
swear to
T-Rex.
God, bro, I did not know that was pork food. So she's pastor. It was always pastor. And one day we're at a baby shower at one of my friends or whatever, fucking party or something. And she comes over here. I fue a la taquero. You know, every Mexican has a fucking taco man at the parties. And the taco, you know, she comes with her fucking tacos, all happy. And then the homie Monkey, that's what we call him, Monkey.
Fucking nickname.
All my homies have weird ass nicknames.
out Monkey,
We
right?
have Monkey, Fishy, Pollo, Chipmunk.
All the food, huh? All the animals, that whole entire animal kingdom.
got
fool.
a
The
pet store as homie.
Yeah, we have a pet store. Fool. So this for Monkey, he look, I thought you didn't eat pork. And I'm over here fucking enjoying my food, and I'm not putting on mine. Like, I don't. It's like, that's pork. No, it's not, because my homies fuck around a lot. So, you know, she thought he was just fucking around. Like, no, it's not. You're stupid. Like, no, that's pork. You know? Like, you know, she's over there chewing on, and then it's like, hey, isn't pastor pork? Tells this other fool. And now I'm like,
Oh shit.
what did I just do?
You're like, fuck, let me finish this really quick.
This gonna be the last one for a minute.
And then the wife looks at me like, they're fucking with. I'm seriously thinking they're fucking with her, bro.
Yeah.
Like, don't listen to that. They're fucking with you, man.
Yeah.
And then like, nah, fool, it's pork. She pulls out Google, fool. Boom, boom, boom. It is pork. I was like, I didn't know.
way.
I did it. I didn't know. Like, really? Like,
Did you guys finish the taco or no?
I don't remember, but she didn't though. For sure, she did it. She kind of, in her mind, it's like, well, you know what? Like, I can't get punished for what I didn't know.
Yeah, of course.
And it's true. Like, you didn't know, and to this day, we talk about it, we laugh about it. And she's like, man, like,
She get mad at you in the moment?
those pastor tacos were so bomb. I'm like, all right, you could try them, you know. Like,
Yeah.
and so now it's like Chipotle has pastor chicken, so that's her go-to, you know. But
Yeah.
for 2 years, bro, nothing but pastor tacos.
You gave it up as well?
I tried to, bro. Like,
Hey, we can't blame you.
No,
You're
fool,
Mexican, bro.
no,
You're
fool,
Mexican.
no, not the pastor tacos, bro. She knows, like, at home, turkey bacon, turkey sausage,
Yeah.
no pork, bro. But if I'm going to a taco stand, you have to let me have my
Yeah,
pastor, because that's my
Yeah.
shit too, you know.
Yeah.
So,
He's like,
nah.
you could put the kids in Muslim school. I don't care. Just give me my taco.
Yeah.
It's like, I won't give it to the kids, but nah, dude, you can't take the so nah, she didn't. That's a
You held your
free
ground
pass.
there, huh?
Fool.
You held your
That's
ground?
a free pass, fool. Like, nah,
Yeah.
dude, I'm fucking eating these.
That was
today.
his hard line? Nah, this can't. Nah.
That's your
God,
Salma Hayek. Like for me, that's my pass, bro. My celebrity pass, Salma Hayek. That's yours, huh? It's
Tacos al pastor.
You can't. For everything else, I don't like buche. I don't like cabeza. That I might get like slack back on the comment like, oh, you're Mexican. What do you mean you don't like buche?
Yeah.
Nariz, lengua, that's nasty, bro.
The
Like,
lengua's
Well, it's like you. Nah, you're tripping.
Nah,
I
you
eat all of that
are.
shit.
You-
Not that nasty.
Yeah.
It's,
Lengua's
it's
nasty.
different.
that's just
Cabeza's my go-to, so.
yeah.
Yeah, the other one too.
Cabezas,
Cabeza.
What the fuck? I'm not dreams. What the? Right.
cabezas too gooey sometimes.
Yeah, if it's good.
Well, everybody has their preference. Okay.
Look at it.
I cut away from you.
Good.
I cut to Lalo
If
laughing.
it's good, you guys can go watch the uncensored version on Patreon. I mean, YouTube.
YouTube membership.
Yeah, well, I wanted to ask about the whole clip when you guys started uploading clips, because that's like where it kind of seems like everything changes for you guys, you know?
Yeah.
So I wanted to know, like, what was the first clip that you remember? Like, oh, I think we got something here, and what made you guys even want to do that in the first place?
Man, dude, it's a trip, bro, because it was luck, bro. Like, honestly, a lot of this stuff is luck. Like,
Nah, dude, you're funny. Give yourself credit. You're
but yeah,
hilarious.
no,
Yeah.
look, I always felt.
I'm
like
agreeing with him. You made me look like an asshole. Like, yeah, it's luck.
no, a lot of.
I don't know how you fucking made it.
You have to have.
That's weird.
You have to have something, right? Like some sort of like talent of whatever it is you're gonna do or skill, whatever you do. But a lot of things that I don't know if it's because of my age. I just feel like a lot of it does have to do with luck or right place at the right time. A lot of it has to do with that 100%. But you obviously have to have the skill to do whatever it is you're doing. I always felt like I was funny, right? It was never in my mind that I was gonna do skits, comedy. Never, bro. Like growing up or after high school, it was like my relationship. We worked. I drove for live. I had 3 jobs at one point. We had Instagram. I had like 1,000 followers on Instagram. I didn't have. I didn't have any other social media besides like YouTube. Me and my wife would post little YouTube things, but it wasn't like, this is gonna be it. It was just us doing it. And then COVID happened. Really, COVID happened. At that time, I was working for the sheriff's department. And my wife was working for the jewelry district in downtown LA. That was our job. She's pregnant at that time. So this is 2020. COVID is just about to get cracking. She's pregnant. And at that point, they started, when they started doing all those layoffs and shit like that, like sending everybody home or whatnot.
Yeah.
She was one of the ones that they sent home while she's pregnant. So now we're stressing because it's like I have a county job. I'm working with LA County for the sheriff's department. And I'm in this courthouse where I'm still I was still required to work because of my job title, so I wasn't at home.
You're an essential worker.
I wasn't yeah, there you go.
Were you teasing her and be like, see, I'm essential?
Yeah, so that was it. So she wasn't. So she was at home. So she's pregnant, and man, I'm stressing at this point, bro, because I was driving for Lyft at that time during the weekends to make a little more money because we're like, the baby's gonna come. Maybe that way you could, in our mind, we're like, you get 3 months off for sure, where you'll get baby bonding time for her. And if we could stack up another 3 months worth of money where you don't have to go for 6 months to work, that was the game plan there. But with the whole COVID thing happening and at that point, remember in the beginning, we weren't sure how serious this was.
How long it was gonna last? They said it was gonna last like 3 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We'll be back.
We're just being inside playing Spider-Man,
Yeah,
know?
and then it gets serious, right? Like you can't come across. They start scaring you. My wife's pregnant. It's our first kid. We were trying for 2 years to have kids, and it wasn't happening. So this kid right here is like our everything. You gotta bubble wrap you. Like nothing can happen
during a pandemic. Is crazy.
So now
bro.
we're worried. Like fuck. Like what's gonna happen? Pregnant people can't get a vaccine or all this wild stuff, bro. That we're scared of. If we were gonna leave her with a babysitter, well, now we can't because it's a little baby. We don't know how it's gonna affect the little babies and. Now I can't even drive because what if I catch that shit?
Yeah.
As I'm driving for Lyft, right? So I'm like, what if I catch that shit and then I bring it home and I get her and then she gets the baby?
Scary, bro.
Now we have this whole mess in our hands, bro. So we're stressing. Thankfully she was making a little extra money because they were paying. I remember she was banking, bro. Like fuck, like you're making more money by staying home than you were, like because they were giving her like. Whatever, a check plus some. She was banking food.
Yeah, we had a homie who we couldn't tell him shit, bro. He was like, I'm balling right now. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm gonna fucking quit my job.
And the problem was he was.
Get fired. Yeah, he was.
I had a homie that I stayed working and he got fired and he was getting the unemployment checks. He bought a fucking car.
Yeah.
How much money he was
And then
getting and I was over here still working. You know what I'm saying?
Dogs running away. Huh?
And then the stimulus were hitting at the same time.
So
You're like,
I was hating, bro, because I had to go to work, and I'm like, "Fuck, fool, you over here chilling and shit."
Yeah.
This shit'll make you Republican real fast. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, "Oh man!" So
I was looking at my girl like, "Fucking painters, they don't work." Like, I'm talking about you. Yeah.
I was looking at my girl like, what do white people say? That us Mexicans are lazy.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at you, babe. Look at you.
In the system.
Who's the lazy one now? I told you it's you guys, not us, man.
Fact.
Look at the fucking graphics. It says white people are the ones that don't work, But that's how it was. Anyways, we're that's the dynamic at that point. My nephew, TikTok, I don't know about TikTok. Again, I'm working. I have a fucking job, full blown job. You know, I'm over here a sheriff and stuff, like with fake handcuffs and stuff. Working at
They're fuzzy.
Yeah.
This was kinky.
I got a fake ass baton and stuff, you know. But so I'm working at this, and my nephew's. He will come over. At this point, we lived on Parmley Street, so I lived in one street. My sister lived in this other street in L.A. You know, so now we're in this one bedroom. We were kind of moving up the chain at that point. So we're in this little one bedroom house where the guy had the bad installation. That's where we were at that. This is the point. So my nephew will come over sometimes, and he was on TikTok. So this fool was like, "Hey, download TikTok for me." You know, so he would come over to hang out. He's like 8-9-year-old at the time, and so I'm downloading the app and stuff, so this fool could just be on my phone and you know, hang out with us or whatever.
Ya dejan falar.
Yeah.
Did you know TikTok was like made people making? You thought it was like renegade.
This is at the beginning. I didn't know shit about it, bro. Like I was never on Vine.
Yeah.
I don't know none of the Vine people. None of the like. I learned about them now, but that wasn't my life, like where I knew who was, like these OGs or anything like that.
Not only that, but at the time TikTok was like, cause it used to be Musically, and people would be like, "Oh, you have TikTok? That's whack."
Yeah.
You're making little dances on there, like
yes. That's what it was, fool. I remember it was just like this dancing thing. So my nephew just downloads. I download the app and like, oh, let's play a prank on Kina, and we did this, you know, prank. And I noticed it got like, at the time it must have been like 20,000 views, 30,000. I'm like, God damn,
like,
bro.
damn,
Like,
hell yeah.
Fuck, we got 30,000. That sounds like a lot, right? So I'm like, damn, 30,000 views? Like, you know, so I'm like, okay, this is cool, you know. So we did that. So it's like, I remember that's how it kind of started. And, you know, we messing around. And then one day I remember I saw, my little nephew was young. So it's like, he always wanted to do something on the phone. And we saw this trend where like the guy, this is like the one that I'm like that blew up to answer the question, right? The guy will call the girl a different name. They were doing a dance. You know, remember it was a fucking TikTok dance, right? So they were doing this dance again. It was a dance app, and the guy's like, so and so, but calls the girl the wrong name and get the reaction on purpose. So we do that with the wifey. She's pregnant. You know, this is one of our first fucking. She got this pregnant lady, dude, and we're over here doing it for my nephew, so he could get a kick out of it. Yeah. He's just like, oh, I just want to watch something. That's why I come here. Just to he's the only child almost, so he will come over. Okay. So we fucking do this thing, and I call her a different name, but. It was scripted. It was like, hey, I'm gonna call you a different name. Just fucking react, do whatever, you know. And we just do it. Boom, boom. She goes.
Yeah, you shouldn't have scripted it, bro. You should have done it.
I didn't want to get hit in the face.
It would have got more viral.
I know, but I wasn't thinking that way. I wasn't there yet. Fool. I was just thinking like, hey, look, I'm gonna just fuck around. You just act however you act, you know. Just don't hit me, you know. It's a joke. And so we do that, and boom! I remember that video got like 1 million views and bunch of comments at that time. This is 2020, the peak of TikTok, bro. Mm-hmm. So then we're like, oh shit! Like there's something here in this particular app, and we just started testing. At first, it was just a hobby. We started messing around. Like the wife's at home, you know. I will get home, and here and there we'll do little like voiceover type of videos and stuff like that the app had little trends that were going around
testing the
but we knew that we were getting views like 20 30 50,000 views and our following started kind of growing on Instagram a little bit because of that. It's because then I will put some of the videos on Instagram and so on. And then the monetization thing got applied to during 2020 where you can make a little bit of money. So at this point we're like at fucking 30,000 followers, you know, but now TikTok's saying we're gonna pay you for views, and I'm like, oh fuck. So at that point, because of the stress that we were going through, of like I can't even drive for Lyft because I'm scared that I might get COVID. This is gonna pay us, and it was paying us $20-$30, you know, for a couple videos. We were getting a couple $100, you know, a month. It was like, bro, it's something to us. Yeah, it was like, to us, it's like that'll help us right now as we're about to bring in this kid. and that was really the reason why we even were doing it. Once they started paying, I was like, okay, well, let's just try to get some money from here. And we just redefined it, bro. Once we figured like, oh, this is working, we're getting money, and the money started growing. We started getting little Chinese places will hit us up from China. Hey, can you promote this? We'll give you $300. Fuck, $300 to just shoot it. I'll do it. Yeah. That's how, and that's really what led us to do it. Really, we stress and
almost necessity,
bro, that we were like, how are we gonna do it? And
it's just funny because I feel like a lot of people lie online all the time. They're like, oh, I did it out of love, like I just always love making videos type shit, you know. And this Cisco right here is like, I just needed the money.
It was
you got a baby on the way, bro.
But I'm sure love grew out of it though, like love for doing it.
Right, yeah, 100%. Like it kind of then we went from doing those little pranks to, well, what can we do? So then we go into now the acting, like when we did a video of like the cultural differences, the white girl and the Mexican. So then once we kind of got to that point of doing, you know, our type of videos and our skits, we figured like, oh, now we're really onto something, right? Because now our following is definitely growing. Now we're getting even more views, and people are really relating to the messages that I was putting out about this Mexican with this white girl. Because all it really was first videos is, this is what us Mexicans do, whether it's flipping the tortilla this way, whether it's this is what we eat in the morning, or my mom doesn't do it that way, or whatever. So that's really where, you know, it kind of came, bringing my upbringing into the fold and really teaching it to someone, which was my wife, right, in a funny way. So then you kind of obviously start growing love for it and stuff like that. And now you're seeing like, oh, there is definitely something here. We used to curse a lot in the beginning. So then now you have to get smart. We used to curse a lot, and people liked that, and some people didn't. But then now the business savviness came in, right, where I'm like, look, at the end of the day, like, I want to do this, but I don't want to do it as a hobby. I want to do this as a serious lifestyle, right? And we went and we're smart enough to take out the curse words. Here and there we might curse here and there, but we took out the curse words because we know brands don't want to hear us curse, right? Fuck this, fuck that, bitch. You know, they don't want that.
Hey, bro, the brands.
Hey, bro, the brands are scaring away right now, bro.
Scaring the brands for us, bro.
No, but that's fucking true, bro. Nah.
What do you think is your favorite brand that you've worked with so far?
The NFL. Yeah, the NFL.
I know my
You thought you were going to say like Butcher Box or some shit. You're like, nah, bro, probably the NBA. Probably Spirit Airlines.
With the 49ers, bro. And if I'm a big football fan, so the 49ers is my favorite brand that I've worked with. But I knew early on as it started progressing and we started getting, like, we knew we had something in our hands, it was like, well, we got to be smart here. Like, this is not, we're popular right now, but we also got to understand that someone's going to come after us, right? And how do we, how do we sustain this? How do we keep this as popular as long as possible? How do we evolve? How do we become a household name? How do we reach other, goals that, we are creating for ourselves down the line? So then, I'm glad all this happened to me in my 30s. This would have happened to me in my early 20s. I would have fucked this all up, bro. You know what I mean? Because I just wouldn't have that capacity in my mind. Now I have kids. It happened to me when I had kids. So now I'm more, mature and more, responsible, more motivated to give them a better life and so on. So I'm so glad. And I remember early on, it was like me and my wife tried getting a home for years. Oh, you don't qualify. You don't qualify. Me and my wife both work. We struggled, making ends meet. And it was like, damn, bro, it's never going to happen for us. Like, I don't have a good job. Like, I think I do, but fuck, like, this isn't enough to, like, really put us on another, level, no matter what we do. And so we just really thought that was going to be our life, the one we had before. So when this happened, it was just like, damn, like, it happened at a perfect time for us, right? Like, God's timing, if you believe in God or not, or luck, if it's luck, whatever it is, but it definitely happened to us in that perfect time because we were able to maximize, what we had and maximize it to to a point where we were smart about how we were doing things. Take out the curse words, be more family friendly to some degree, keep the same, recipe that got us here.
Yeah.
But now let's be smart and let's get the fucking money from the brands because that's where the money's at.
And that's exactly what we had to do. Like we had to really pivot to becoming more family friendly.
We have not been family.
Oriented.
As long as Dreams is here, we'll never be family friendly.
Hey, but the podcast is different, bro.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
of
this
course.
right here, when you guys have a podcast and you could be as free as possible, I think people love that. They don't like because we do fake it a lot. Like the skits are fake.
What?
No, sorry, fool.
No.
Sorry, dog. They're fake, fool. Like my wife.
Bro, I feel like you're cutting yourself a little short though, because like I know you're telling us about how like you went into it with necessity, and I don't know if it was intentional or not, but I think you've surpassed just the virality of like you guys just being like what you guys are, right? You guys have surpassed it. Like now there's like a fan base behind you guys that like can't wait for you guys to upload, and I think that's the key. And like I said, I don't know if that's intentional, but like now anywhere you guys post is pretty much like it'll go crazy, because just people are just invested in you guys as a couple, you guys as a family now. Like, well, you guys, like we said earlier, you bought your first home, and like the comments are just like full of people just fucking congratulating you guys. They're just happy for you guys. So it's cool to see that now. How I don't think there's like going down from this for you. It's only up.
Your engagement is crazy.
Yeah, that's why it's like
your engagement is.
Yeah,
and that's what you should like aspire. That's what we try to aspire for.
yeah.
And obviously we're a smaller channel, but it's always like to us, it's always been like that. Like our fan base is what's important, and like we're gonna give you guys what you guys want. And I think
That's
you
why
guys
they
are
love the
there.
Sucio jokes.
Not only that, but you guys are like really relatable. Like a lot of people struggle, and then you and your wife, your guys' podcast, it's like you guys talk about so many topics that in the comments you see everybody's like, oh yeah, like everybody's relating in the comments.
Right.
You guys got more than just your skit personalities. It's people are invested in who you guys really are as well.
Yeah, I think that was a big part because so we've been doing this for maybe 3 years now or so.
Mm-hmm.
So I still feel like we are very new to the space, right? As social media and content creators, I do really feel that way. But again, I think it happened at the right time where we're mature because to me, I understand that I'm not here without the people that watch our videos. I understand that. You know what I mean? I understand where I came from and where I could go back. I could lose that house that I just bought, right? All this goes away somehow. I could definitely lose it and I could go back to where I came from as far as like the struggle of my day to day and maybe go back to having a 9 to 5 and so on. And I could, in a sense, lose it all. So it in a way is that fear and just being authentic because at one point, even the skits got a little repetitive for me, right? Like we were pumping so much, bro. We're doing, in the beginning, we're doing like a video a day. At some point, we're doing multiple videos a day, right? Early on, because we were so like, oh man, we don't want to lose this. Let's just keep going, and we got so addicted to it to make videos because we were. I say we, but it's really me. I was so scared to kind of lose what I was having, and but I think as I reflect on it, I understand, our viewers, who are our viewers, right? And we're not here without them. I understand that, it was strategic in a way where I wanted to get away a little bit from the skits, right? Because it was really just the same thing at the end of the day, right? Her screaming at me flinching or whatever the case may be. I understand that at some point, it's like anything. It's the same movie. So we wanted to somehow incorporate our real personalities because she has a story. I have a story. I had a regular job. I struggle. Like
that's a good ass story too.
Yeah,
we just spent like 45 minutes on it.
Just talking about it, right? Yeah. So it's like, so we have stories. So it's like, my thing is like, I want to let these people know, like, who are they spending their time with? Like, I mean, not to say that I deserve this, but it's like, dude, like, I'm just like you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm in a different situation now, but I fucking struggled for most of my life, and I wanted to share that and make sure people knew that about me, where they were able to know who I am really as a person, who's my family, how we struggle and just everything, so like that, they're not just seeing an acting page where like we're just acting the situation. Like, no, like, oh, that's Cisco, he went here or he did that or whatever. So that was part of like incorporating our real life and our real personalities into it. And I think that definitely helped us, you know, because people now feel like they saw my, kid grow, or they saw us through the process of our early on viewers saw where we were living at first. And they
develop with you.
They grew with us.
That's why I want my homies to have kids, bro. We'll go crazy.
Nah.
I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding.
Just off of that. Just
Go,
that.
go for it, Lalo. We're waiting for you.
Fuck no.
Your
Hell
turn, baby.
no.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
But that is key though. Like what you're saying, just to put your personality out there, and obviously, like, some people can put their personality out there, and it might not have that effect, because then people get to know the real you, and they're like,
Yeah.
But for you, it's like you're such a humble dude. You're honestly like like I said, when you pulled up, we all had a laugh because you stuck your head out the window, you just smiled, and I was like, oh, this guy's fucking cool, man. Like, just right off the rip, like, you're
Good energy. Good
you have
vibes.
good energy, bro. So I think that's why the people gravitate towards you, because you just you can tell you're a good dude. You're honest and humble above everything.
Right. I like to think so, I like to definitely think so, and I think it has to do with my background, right? How I grew up and all the jobs that I had, all the people that I work with. I've always worked in the community. Before this, I was working with kids. So I worked with kids that were in foster care. I worked in the after school programs. I was a TA, so that's kind of always been my personality, being, helpful, being relatable. Really, being that person that likes to help out, right? Or that is someone that you could talk to, or whatever whatever the case may be. So I think that kind of shaped me, and that's part of my personality. I feel like I'm never like this, like, oh, I'm this fuck, because I don't think I'm this big, like, content creator or anything. I definitely I know what I have as far as the numbers and so on, but I still don't, like, it hasn't gotten to me to that point.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Lambo outside says different though.
Yeah, the Lambo does say that, huh?
The Lambo says different. Like, you're humble and shit, but
Bro, that's a 2015.
He's trying to stretch it to you. He's like, matter of fact, I haven't paid the tax on it.
I got 2 car seats in a 2015 Kia, and we're stressing in there, bro. I'm still cheap and, like,
Yeah.
Mexican.
But just because you left your kids in the car, it doesn't mean like you can't have
windows are
fun
down,
while you're right
their
here.
favorite
They got a
music's on.
iPad,
Yeah.
fool. They got an iPad.
The radio's on.
Yeah, it's cool. The
La
first-
chocolata's playing.
It's all good.
Yeah.
What made you be, like, so helpful? Like, what, like,
I don't know. I think
that you're helpful for a lot of shit. Like, you TAing, you're trying to help the kids, right? With, like, what was it that you do for, like, work? I don't know if you still do it.
No, I don't. I did. I used to work for a program. That was my 9-to-5 job, which was it was called Wraparound. So early on, when I was in, like, after I only got an AA, I never got my bachelor's, but I went to when I was in East LA City College. I thought I was gonna be a cop, right? The reason why was because that's a job that pays, right? And it's like minimal.
And it
like,
comes with a gun.
It's like you don't have to be the smartest to do that job. Is what I'm saying. I mean, you have to have a heart and you have to be conditioned. It's a hard job. I'm not taking nothing away from it. But sometimes let's just say I'm speaking for myself, for a person that, like, I know I'm not good in school. I'm not, this scientist, mathematic dude that could have this fucking high ass job. My thing was, like, if I could become a cop, I know they're gonna pay me well. I could do overtime. I'm not gonna be a construction worker, dog. I'm 5'3". What am I gonna lift, dog? Like, I can't lift shit, fool. I'll be out there with the stop sign. Like, hold on, fool.
He's the one who sets up the cones.
So
He's good at it.
So it's like that's really what it came down to, bro. That it was I just felt that was a good job that would pay me, but as I fast forward, I couldn't get that job because of my hearing. And then I started working in an after-school program, and then I realized I've always loved kids, bro. I've always loved working with kids or just being around kids. I always loved kids, bro, in no weird way, bro. I don't say that in no weird way.
Wait, I didn't think that.
We didn't even take that.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah,
He's trying to drive that point.
No, I feel it.
For the
I
weirdos on the
love
internet.
kids, bro. I love how innocent they are. I love kids, bro. I love my
Okay,
kids.
now, bro, it's a little.
Okay. I know I'm getting to it too. But so anyway, I work with kids, so I enjoyed that work. So I started in the after school program. I enjoyed it, and then I'm like, well, I think this is what I'm gonna do. I knew I wasn't gonna become a teacher because I knew I wasn't gonna pass those tests to become a teacher, right? Because I'm not the smartest, you know. So to pass those tests, I paid some fool to pass a math class so I could get my AA. Put it that way, fool. They can't take that shit. They could take it if they want, you know. They could have that piece.
I got
of
a
paper.
TikTok account.
Yeah.
They could have that piece of paper. So that's how bad it was. But I just knew like, so I'm gonna work with kids. Eventually, I end up transitioning to working with kids that were in the that were removed from their families, right? And I love that job, bro. It was very flexible, so I didn't have to go in and punch in or punch out. I didn't have to do. I just drove to their homes, to their schools, whatever it was. And the kids were from like ages 4 to 18. So depending on the ages, if you were a 15-year-old trying to get a job and you're in a foster home, I would try to help you get that job.
Bro, that's ironic because if anything, you removed your girl from her family, bro. So
Right? I had to give it back.
I gotta right my wrongs.
Yeah. So it was a cool ass job, you know. It paid decent. I had flexibility. I scheduled my kids how I want. I could schedule, if I had 8 kids, I would schedule them Monday through Wednesday, and on Thursday and Friday I had it off, you know. So, and I would get paid for the 5 days. Dope ass job, bro. And I love how I was able to change some of these kids' lives, right? By helping them get a job, taking them to their first job, taking them to buy clothes for their jobs, and
Positive role model in their life.
yeah,
Wow.
100%, bro. So I love the job, and that's kind of what I did up to like last year. I was still, you know, doing it, and a little bit was a fear of like I can't let go of the job because it's a for sure paycheck, you know, despite us making okay money on social media. But part of it is obviously me getting a for sure paycheck, and the other part is I enjoyed what I was doing, right? As I was doing it, because it didn't feel like a job. I didn't have to go and clock in, clock out, or anything like
But
that.
God forbid you get a movie role, huh?
And fucking movie role, bro.
That's
That's what it
crazy.
came down to, bro. Like that's why I got, in a sense, I say I got fired, bro, because I didn't want to get fired, and these fools basically, you know, gave me an ultimatum when the movie came calling. I auditioned for that movie, How a Gringo Stole Christmas. I auditioned for that movie around this time. March, April, whatnot. I didn't hear nothing from it, bro. So at this point, my daughter was born in February, February 25th. She was born, so now I'm on baby bonding time, right? So during the baby bonding time, I'm not working. I'm just at home, and I auditioned for this movie. I don't hear nothing back, so I didn't think I got the movie. I didn't think I got the role. I didn't even know how serious it was. I just know that I was on Zoom and I read my lines, and boom, okay, we'll let you know. So fucking time passed, and I just thought, I didn't get the movie. So a couple weeks go by, my manager Bill, amazing. Shout out to my manager Bill. He's fucking amazing.
Shout out.
did they call you into audition or you went to audition?
I did it through Zoom, but it was because of my manager Bill. That fool Bill, Bill, the one that manages, you know,
Shout out
that
Bill.
manages us. When I met him, and this was his pitch, like, when I see you and your wife, I see you as the Lucille Ball show, which is I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like I see you guys as the next Lucy. I see you guys on TV. I never had dreamed of being in a movie, fool. That was never in my movie show. That was never.
It wasn't even in your peripheral?
No, because no one installed that into my mind, bro.
Yeah.
Like, at what point growing up did someone tell you, hey, you could be in a movie or you should go to acting classes here? We don't have that, bro. So it was never even a thought, bro. It was just, you know, I'm just doing TikToks just to, again, necessity. So then Bill, that fool, did tell me, I'm gonna get you in a movie. And at that point, it started becoming a
reality?
a goal of mine, that it's like when we were already doing TikToks, is we didn't have a manager for a while. So when we started doing TikToks, it's like, dude, like, I could do this shit. I could be in a movie. Like, you know, I could be the next fucking Kevin Hart or
That's
whatever the
right.
case. Like, I started like, I could do this shit. So then at that point, that's when the goal became of like, I want to be in a movie, a TV show or something. I think I could do it, right? And another goal of mine that is like, I don't know how long TikTok's gonna last. I want to grow and so on. So Bill, that was his pitch. Like, I could get you in a movie. Like, I'll get you your show. I'll get you in a movie. He's a 49er fan. We kicked it off. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So then he became my manager, and fast forward to it, it's like, hey, I got you an audition for this, you know, movie. Now, that's all I need, bro. Just walk me to the door, you know, like guide me, show me which way. And he obviously was a man of his word. Like, I didn't expect him to get me the movie, because it's like that's not his call, but that showed me that you were a man of your word, that you were gonna.
He's doing his job.
You're gonna walk me.
I
through
can
the
get your
door
opportunities.
and give me the opportunity, right? So I did, but again, so when I didn't get a call for a while, I didn't blame that fool, and then I even felt like at some point I didn't think I don't even think he thought I got it, because he was like, "Look, bud," that's how he talks, like, "Look,
Oh, you
bud."
tried your best.
Like, look, bud, yeah. It's like, this is your first one, and in my head, I'm just like, I didn't get it, I didn't get the movie. Like, this fool's talking to me, and I'm not telling him like, be serious, fool. Did I get it or not? At this point, I'm like, it's cool, fool. Like, but he's talking to me like, this is your first audition, you'll get better, and this and that. So I believe I didn't get it. So then, as the months go by, this fool calls me and tells me, hey, boom, 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 they want you for this role. There is a table reading, but it has to move because the SAG strike is about to happen. So this fool has all insights on what's about to happen, right? And I think the whole world had insight that SAG is the union for the actors.
Yeah.
They were saying we're gonna go on a strike. So he's like, we need to film. They want to rush a 5-week movie into a 3-week filming movie, and you need to fly out this weekend or in 2 weekends to Mississippi, because that's where you guys are filming. And I'm like, fuck, like,
You just filmed Endgame. So I was like, for you to just go and just right away jump into that.
That's a
it's like,
challenge.
jump into the fire.
a new child.
Yeah.
So dog. So I had to go back to work that Monday when I was supposed to start filming the movie. We had to go back to work. I had to go back to work. That was when my baby bonding time ended. So that Monday, I was supposed to fly out on Saturday, start filming Monday. That Monday, I was supposed to go to work, so I called my job thinking like, hey, these fools are going to be happy for me, like, I've been doing this, I've been a good worker, I'm doing illegal shit here at work, like, doing things I'm not supposed to be doing, meaning like, I'm doing other people's jobs,
Helping them out.
Right? Like, I don't call out sick. I know the manager, like, that fool's cool with me. We're cool. Like, I seen that fool drunk over there, passed out before, we're cool. Yeah. Nah, fool, it doesn't work that way, dog. I called him up and I was like, hey, honest, I should have lied. I should have just said, hey, my wife's not ready. She's going through X's and O's. Like, I need 3 more weeks. I would have been solid, fool.
And then when he saw the movie, he would have been like, hey, wait a minute.
I know.
When'd you film this?
Yeah.
But not first. I was honest, and we need to see, boom, boom, boom. Anyways, long story short, they came back and they said, nah, we need to fill your role. We need to fill your position. Either you come back or you resign.
Damn, that's
and it
cold.
hurt me, fool. It
That's
hurt me
cold.
because I was like, damn, like, I told the kids I was working with I was gonna come back. Right? And these kids, it's not like random. I see some of these kids I was with for like over a year, seeing them every week. You know what I mean? So I built I'm in their homes. I know their families, the grandma, because they remove the kids, and the first option is the family members.
Yeah.
Can your grandma take you in? And so some of these kids that are removed, they're in the grandma's house, they're in a foster home, they're in a youth center or whatever it may be.
I think what sucks the most is like, those kids, like, people are coming in and out of their lives
Right.
constantly.
Yeah.
And now you're just adding to that,
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm sure that fucks
and
you
that
up.
was my pitching point to like, dude, like, I'm asking for 3 weeks. Like, you're not gonna hire someone to replace me within those 3 weeks. Like, I knew they were lying, because it's like, you gotta put someone through a background check. We drive our own car, so we have to do a driving test. We have to obviously. You have to do the interviews. You have to get a group of people that want this job. By the time it's all said and done, it's 3-4 months before that person starts. Now you got to train that person to do what I was doing. I'm like, dude, I'm asking for 3 weeks, fool. Like, I'm not even asking for pay. Just let me come back in 3 weeks. So then from there, it was like, I just kind of felt like, damn, like they screwed me over a little bit. Yeah. And I just realized we're just a number for these companies. At the end of the day, we're just a number. Like, they'll replace you, you die, someone else is sitting in your desk.
Not only that,
you
but
retired
then
all of them?
someone else walks in and they may not care as much as you do.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Or they can't replace already a year worth of time that you invested into that child, So it's like there's these fragile relationships that like companies just look at and they're just like,
Right.
all right, whatever, disintegrate it,
And that's so true, bro, because we would go through employees that had a bachelor's, that had masters, that were these therapists, but they didn't know how to connect with the kid because they didn't grow up in that same environment, or they only did school their whole life.
You're
So they
speaking
don't
doctor
really know.
to them. That's all they're doing.
Yeah, you're book smart. you got through college and you're a therapist or whatever, but you don't know how to communicate with that kid that was raised in a specific household. And I felt like that's what I was really good at, right? Like really bonding with them right away because I understood them because I grew up very similar, you know?
Yeah.
And that is something that I knew they valued from me because all the parents love me, all the kids love me or whatnot. And I knew the company knew that, but they were still willing to say like, maybe they were struggling as a company and they figured, well, this fool will leave willingly. We don't have to fire him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we'll save some money. He'll leave by himself and we'll save some money because of, it was a nonprofit organization at that. So I think that's what it is. Until this day, I talked to some coworkers like, hey, fool, did they ever replace me? Nah.
Damn,
They didn't.
it was all cap.
It was all cap, bro. And the worst part is that my supervisor had my personal number. And I would message with him back and forth. And he knew I was going to have a kid, right? He knew, that I did social media. Some of the company knew. And it was never no, hey, my bad, I did all I could. Because it wasn't his call, right? It was obviously upper hand. But it was never like, hey, my bad. It was like, boom, I never heard from
Cold.
this fool.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you, and I was like, you were really cool with these foods, and you didn't get like no.
Yeah,
congratulations. That's huge, bro. Like,
Bro,
like,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
to
That,
talk to you like every day, and then like to be like, and then like, oh, I heard he quit because he had to go do a movie. Like, even just I don't give a fuck if I can't do anything to help you, but it's still, and I'm cool with you. Like,
Yeah.
hey, bro, congrats, because that's dope. That's what
yeah,
you wanted to do.
Yeah, or hey, congrats on the baby. I heard the baby was, because obviously the baby was born. That's why I went on baby bonding time.
Nothing.
So it was nothing or no, like, hey,
that's
hey,
cold.
Cisco, like I did all I could to bring you back. If he would have said that, I would have been like, I know it's not your call. I know if it was up to you, you would have kept me. But it was just never nothing like it was the coworkers that reached out and I talked to here and there or whatnot. But no, they never replaced me, bro.
Damn. Never replaced you, and on top of that, probably put more work on the other people.
Yeah.
It's because it feels
And
too
also,
like...
you're irreplaceable, bro. So
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah, fuck
But
them.
it feels like... I was gonna say, like, it feels like sometimes people don't want to really see you succeed. They might say it, but then when they see you succeeding, they're like, cool.
Yeah,
You know?
that's how I
They're
feel
not-
about you
they're not-
guys. Like, I'm with you guys, and I'm
Hey,
like, I want to see you guys.
Here's my best friend since second grade, bro. Like, I appreciate you, bro.
I'm just always praying on your downfall, just so you know.
I appreciate you. I love you.
Yeah.
But then leading up to so how was the whole shoot? How did it go down?
Amazing, bro. It was obviously nerve-wracking. I've never been to an acting class in my life. Everything was TikTok. Everything was my own writing and my own cell phone just put up there. I didn't know what to expect. So there was no actual preparation. And now I'm about to be in this movie with like George Lopez.
It's crazy.
Biggest, like one of the biggest Latino comedians that we have. We have Marina Trevino. She came out in a movie with in Netflix. I forget the movie, but
Man called Otto.
yes, her, that one. Amazing movie, great movie. That was like her biggest movie thus far. So she's in the movie. Then we have Emily Tosta. She was in The Mayans. I forget this other, the grandma that played the grandma in our movie. She was in On My Block, I think, or one of those movies, or no, Gentrification on Netflix. You guys seen that? That's a really good show. It's based out of East LA and how Latino is getting gentrified.
Yeah.
So it's really funny. It's a comedy type of show, but she comes out in that show, and this lady that's been in a ton of movies, ton of shows. So there's like big names in this movie. So now it's like the pressure's up there, right? And it's me and two other social media influencers for that, like from the Mexican way, is Brian and Legend, and we're these characters that we're about to play, and I think it's their first movie too. And we get flown out to Mississippi. It was one of my best experiences ever, bro, because I'm a little grown now, so now everything is house. So these fools put us in a house, in an Airbnb with like 5 of us, bro. Like me, Legend, Heido, Tony Directs. He's actually another social media guy. Who else was in that house? Eventually, some other Heido's cousin comes in. So it's like we're in this house, fool, like a frat house, bro.
Hell
so now we're
yeah.
just like
They put the Avengers together.
Yeah, we're messing around.
Back to your 18-year-old days.
Yeah, like
All
the
pisteado.
college yeah, dude, we're before shooting, like the day before, and we're now we're a little grown, but it was fun, bro. I mean, going to Mississippi and acting like it was East LA. We got to see the insides. Nerve-wracking in a sense of like I just didn't know how the actors were gonna react. Like, oh, fuck, here comes the TikTokers. These fools didn't. That at least no one made me feel that way, but that's how I went in. Like these fools didn't didn't work to get here. These fools basically jumped to the front of the line and got this opportunity, right? But I feel like we were the reason why the movie was successful, because that's the dynamics now. More people are on social media than
Much more relatable.
Yeah, there's more people are on social media than watching TV. So I felt like with our promotion, I'm not saying we're solely.
Nah, bro, that was all you, bro.
Yeah, that was all you.
Literally
That's all you, bro.
Yeah, bro. We were doing videos and they're getting millions of views. We're doing free promo for the movie, right? Because we want to see the movie succeed, and because we know that Bill, our manager, he stuck out for us. Like, hey, like they didn't want to go with us, right? Initially, I don't even know if I could talk about this, but I'll give you guys insight. I'll take it. I'll take the conversation with Bill later. But they didn't want to go with us. They had other plans for other Latinos that been in movies.
Yeah.
Part of it was a SAG, like, we need to hurry up and film this movie. These dudes will do it. Part of it, 100% was that. Another part was like Bill really saying, you gotta trust my guys, because Bill manages all three of us, right? You gotta trust my guys. Like, they'll do it. So he really basically had to put his neck out for us and say it's gonna work. So it had to work. So part of it is also like, dude, like, we have to make this work for
pressure.
Bill, to make sure that he has ties with Lionsgate, which is the big company pushing to some degree the movie, and the investors, and Patriot Films, that's part of Lionsgate. So he really had to convince a group of people that let's put these fools to be the cholos in the movie, and it'll work. They don't have experience, but we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. And again, it's a low budget movie, so some people are like, "Oh, it's a low budget movie. What you expect? The Avengers, fool? It didn't have 200 million behind it. That thing had a couple million. Fool.
No, bro. When
Friday.
Thanos came out in that movie, bro, I was like, "Fuck, fool!" Like,
Yeah, so it's like it was that. Fool. So it's like we had to make it work, and I think we did. At the end of the day, like, the movie landed on charts. The movie was #1 on Stars, which was the company that ended up buying it, exclusivity through like some sort of exclusive thing through it or whatnot. It was on Amazon. It was successful. It surpassed the budget that they spent, and that's what you want, right? Like, if they spend $2 million on the movie, if you can make over $2 million, you're good, because now you're not under what you spend. Now the investors didn't lose money.
Yeah, and you can always tell. Also, I believe I checked it on Amazon. It has like 4 or 4.5 stars out of 5.
Really? Yeah.
It's like that's good, because
That's great.
with
Yeah.
other TikTok, like, people who are getting involved in other movies,
Yeah.
and they're doing like a 1.5, 2 point, and it's just like,
Yeah.
that did not do good.
Yeah,
for you
I don't
guys.
see. I saw the movie. I saw it a couple times through a while. When you see something so long, like a couple times, you're kind of like over it or whatever. Like, you're like, ah.
Yeah.
So I saw it a couple times. I saw it one time. We had like a viewing at my house, but I never went back to go look at what was. I never even wanted to read the comments. I never went to see, does it have 4 stars or anything like that? I definitely didn't want to do that for my own good. But I think part of it that helped was the other actors that were in the movie, right? And that's why I really wanted
for
that
sure.
movie. I wanted that movie, bro. When it came about and I saw who were the actors in it,
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, I want this,
Hell
bro,
yeah.
because I don't want my first movie to be with some people that no one knows, and the fucking movie flops, is whack.
Yeah, you
At
made
least
fun.
I'm like, dog, George Lopez is in it. You have other people. And it was a good experience, man. George Lopez was super cool with us. I know throughout that time, the whole George Barbosa thing had happened, where he was in a podcast and said some wild things. I never met him. This is my first time meeting him, but he was cool, bro. Like, he had his own private space. He was never in his own private space. He was always with us. He wanted to be part of the group. Sometimes we would be in a room like this, bro, with chairs like this, folding chairs, and a bed full, because it was Mississippi. It's a low budget movie. There's no trailers full like in this movie set. They rented houses around, like, the house. That's where we filmed. This house was rented. This is where we do makeup. There's 3 rooms. This is where the actors change. That house over there is where they eat, whatever it is, right? So that fool had his own private place that he could have been away from everyone. That fool was laying in the bed
Kicking it with you guys.
kicking it with us and the
dope.
rest of the
Yeah.
people. Fucking middle of the summer, hot. Mississippi's nasty in the
So
summer.
awkward. Like,
fuck, yeah.
George, go to your fucking.
Patas apestan, fool. Yeah,
Bro, what you doing?
No, he was hella cool, bro. Hella cool experience with him, man.
But did you ever feel any pressure about the success of the movie itself, or you were just like, this is cool enough that I'm in this space.
Look, I didn't necessarily feel the pressure of how successful the movie was because I always understood I'm just an actor in it. I'm just reading my lines.
Yeah.
I'm just
You're just
know,
executing.
I'm just here to do what I'm supposed to do, bro. Like I'm not the director. He's supposed to direct it and make it look cool. The editors are supposed to do all that, the music, whatever. So I never felt like, to me it was like I'm just reading my lines. I felt pressure in executing for my job, like fuck, I don't want to forget my lines, and I'm the only dumbass forgetting shit or whatnot, right? Because now when you're acting, it's like this, right? You have all these lights and there's a bunch of people behind, and fools with a book, what lines are going, and when you record a movie, it doesn't go from start to finish. It's like today we're filming this scene, right? So it's like that scene might be the ending scene, and it's like fuck, let me go back, and I
or
don't
it might
even,
get cut out. You know?
yeah, it was all that stuff, bro. So it was more pressure on like me executing. I felt like I could have been a little bit more loose, you know, like here I'm loose. I came in, I just be myself. But because it was my first movie and I had that whole stigma, they're gonna think I'm a fucking TikToker, you know. Sometimes there's little jokes flying around, like all right, here comes the real actors. You know, that people will say that shit, fool. I'm not gonna just name no names, fool, but it made me feel some type of way, like, damn, like these fools.
Fuck those.
There's some fools really feeling some type of way that we're here, you know. And I did take it personal and stuff like that. And it's like, damn, like, all right, well, in my head I was
That's
like,
fucked up.
I'm
Here
like,
come the real actors.
yeah, fool.
That's
I
fucked up.
swear to God, I swear.
Imagine we just look to you right now and we're like, all right, well, here comes the real podcasters, and we just walk out the fucking room.
Nah, it was little shots like that, fool, where there was times that I did kind of it flamed my thoughts. Were like, they don't believe in us, but you know, I knew at the end of the day when it came out, and it's like, now it's all right. Now the people that were here comes the real actors. Now they want us to promote, right? Because now they know, oh fuck, this fool has 3 million followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
How much did he get on that vid? He got 5 million views on that vid. Oh, now it changes because now they understand they want that success or that promo on that movie. So their neck is not.
Of course.
Oh,
I mean,
he worked with that little small brand NFL.
yeah.
Like,
No, but they know that from the get go. Like, it's no coincidence you're there. They know you're there.
Yeah, but see, they didn't know how, you know, big, like,
how
Their reach is-
influential.
bro, Legend has like,
and it's like we were saying earlier. It's like the reason you're so successful is because of like your fan base, right? And like people
Right.
connect to you in a different way, where it's harder to connect to like somebody as a celebrity, you know, like
Right.
J-Lo or something. It's because like she doesn't connect with her fan base that like you would with your fan base, you know. It's
Right.
just different.
Yeah.
So it just holds more weight when you say, "Hey guys, I'm in this movie," and then like also you're grateful for the opportunity. You're
Right.
just like, "You guys know where the fuck I come from. I'm in a fucking movie with George Lopez, such
Yeah.
and such, you know, like." And then your family's just like, "Fuck it, well now I gotta go support Cisco."
Right,
You know,
right,
like that's the
right.
difference. That's what they.
and that's what it was, bro. Everybody really was happy, and a lot of, I feel like we drove it, right? Like I felt like we drove when it came to the promo or the audience. I mean, I'm not taking away nothing from nobody. Everybody was amazing. The people that said what they said, they weren't part of the inner circle or whatnot. So I'm not taking shots at them. Like the team was amazing, but if I'm being unhumbled, right? And if I'm being straight honest, like I to this point, I feel like it was us, right? Because people were happy to see us, like, oh fuck, dude, like
Fuck
Cisco's in a movie, let's go watch that shit. And they really supported that, and they were happy for, you know, me and the other people that were, you know, in the movie for the first time and stuff like that. And every time we did post about the movie, boom, like we got crazy views on those videos, right? Because they were really happy for it, and that played a big part on why I personally feel like it was really successful to that degree.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself doing more roles in movies? Is that
Yeah.
something you want to keep pursuing? You want to be an actor, or
I go back and forth on that, bro, and it's crazy because some people might see it and it's like, damn, this fool's so unappreciative. Like this, he doesn't even know the opportunity he has in front of him. And it's not that I don't want to be in it. I do at the part, 100% part of me. It's just another struggle. It's another weight on your shoulders. Like it's not easy. It's not easy. It's very hard. You really have to. That was 3 weeks. That was a rush movie. 3 weeks away from my family.
Yeah.
The next one, which I think there's gonna be a next one, that we're gonna film this year, that might be 6 weeks, right? Because standard filming is 6 and up. You know, when it comes to recording, it might be a bigger budget. It's definitely gonna be a bigger budget. Now it's 6 weeks away from my family, a month or whatever it may be, and they're not always in LA. So now I gotta fly out. My wife's gotta stay back, and so that's part. It gets hard. The financials, it's like, we're just starting, so the money's not we're not George Lopez, you know what I mean? So it's like that plays a part of it. But right now I understand that it's like everything else. It's a hustle. You gotta hustle, take baby steps. You know, you're gonna get paid shit right now, but if you keep going, you know, you'll get more. And I think like everything, you have to take the roles that maybe some people are like, fuck, why you keep playing
It's
a cholo?
experience too.
The experience
of you being on set,
and so on. So it's like I do want to do it, you know, but it's one of those things that I need to like come to an understanding that like I gotta take this serious. So I'm actually taking acting classes this Monday. I'm starting acting classes this Monday here in Corona, because I want to take it serious. You know, I don't want to just go based off of my TikTok videos, right? So I want to really get into the craft and learn the techniques, the terminology, the whole nine. So I'm starting acting classes.
They're gonna be like, here comes a real actor.
Yeah, now like, yeah, bitch, like took acting classes now.
It just sounds like you and your lady have to just go back to your old ways, bro, with the FaceTime calls at night. That's it.
Yeah, that's what it was, bro. Oh, it was hard, bro. I cried the first time.
Like, for future movies when it's gonna be longer.
Yeah,
you're just gonna have to.
Yeah, I cried because my daughter was like 2 months, so it was like Father's Day. It was like Father's Day, and I remember like looking at pictures, and you're away from your family, and you're in this house with, you know,
George
like,
Lopez.
No, he wasn't living with her. But like, let's just say Legend. That was my first time meeting him, so I don't really know him. Tony, first time meeting him. I knew Hyro, but you know, I've never lived with this fool. So there is lonely times when you're like in this room and you're like in the middle of the boonies, bro. We're like in Jackson, Mississippi, fool.
Yeah.
There's nothing out there, dog. Like nothing, fool.
Just Uncle Tim.
Just Uncle Tim, fool. And so there was moments where it was like kind of like you're FaceTiming and you're seeing your family. You're like, I remember I broke down there. One time I broke down because Bill will come and visit us. And Bill, I love him so much because he's almost like a father figure to me, right? Like he's an older guy that if I'm struggling with something, he helps me out. He's not just a manager. Right? And he has a really great relationship with his kids. Amazing relationship with his kids, right? So that to me, I look up to that and I love that about his family. So I remember even talking to him and kind of like venting to him, and I broke down because it's like, it was hard, right? But it was my first time being away from my family. I've never been away like that. So it's kind of coming to thought that that's kind of something that you have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, bro. Well, I'm excited for your future movie, bro. Whatever you're going to come out into. I'm excited for everything that's your career, you know, what's going to come to you in your career, bro. I feel like you deserve everything that's been coming your way, bro. Like we said earlier.
You're going to be in Titanic too.
I know, bro. and you're going to be the new Leo?
Yeah, you're going to be the ghost of Jack.
Breaking news, dog.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
I'm going to fucking be on that little tablita. Like,
Yeah.
bro,
You better get in this bitch too. The fuck?
He's still a cholo on the Titanic?
Yeah.
I got a fucking hairnet.
They're gonna make that new movie from the submarine that just, you know,
Oh, crazy.
it's gonna be cool though, bro. It's gonna be fun.
Breaking news.
Yeah, brother. But we appreciate your time, brother. We took 2 hours of your day. I know you're a family man. You got to get back to your
Appreciate
family,
you guys,
brother.
Man, I didn't
But
realize
yeah,
it
man.
went by like this,
Go by
man.
fast.
No, bro, you're a natural at this, man. You're a charismatic dude, and it's just fun to have you around. Let's do this shit again, bro. If you're down.
Yeah.
Ponte las pilas,
Ya tú
güey.
Hey, can you
sabes.
say it in the camera?
He just
Which
did.
That one.
Ponte las pilas, güey.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah,
go. Hey.
Shout out your ads, bro. Shout out your family. Who do you want to shout out, brother?
Ah, man, just everybody that's around me, man. I just shout out to the beautiful wifey that you.
That's right.
She was cool with me coming out here.
The one you converted to Catholic? That's crazy.
She told me don't take too long. I took 2 hours. That was more than enough. You know, she's probably over there struggling.
Take
Don't
your
worry, we got some pastor tacos.
And obviously just shout out to, you know, all the friends and family that support me, you know, the team, Highlight Star, Bill, you know, the Mexican Ways. That's just been amazing to me. And you guys, man, for having me, man. You guys were amazing. I've only done a handful of these podcasts, like maybe 3. You guys are my 3rd one. I think, you know,
Third one's the charm.
you know, I say no a lot, you know what I mean? I say no. I say, well, how much you gonna pay? No, I don't.
That's right.
Hey, we came right with the check. We got you.
We're like an orgasm. fool. Sometimes you come, sometimes you don't.
You know, I was like, you know what? These fools are down the street. I could do it. No,
Yeah.
Nah, man. You guys seem like cool people. I saw some of it, and you guys really made me feel like at home. I love your guys' friendship and dynamic here. You could tell that you guys have a lot of fun. and just keep at it, man. I think you guys got
a
something.
lot of fun.
I know you got a whole fridge over there. fool.
Beasto.
We didn't even touch on the tequilas, but next time.
Next time,
time,
dog.
we got you.
I got my Diet Coke though.
I got you.
When the kids got a babysitter, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, you got anybody to shout out, Beto?
Yeah, well, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you for coming. It's a pleasure. It was really cool having you here. Can't wait for you guys to start doing the podcast again more consistently. That'd be really. I enjoyed listening to it. So shout out to you.
Is it
cool.
Don't Get Married podcast? Is that what it's
Don't get married.
Don't get married, yeah.
Don't
That's
get
right.
married podcast. That's the podcast, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks we drop again.
Fine, bro.
I just have to.
We'll be guests.
We'll go.
It's just him and his girl.
We'll go. That's fine.
Huge shout out to my girl.
That's right.
I love you.
We love you, baby.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's sorry for what he did last night, man.
Fact.
It was this fool's fault.
And I'm not sorry.
She's sorry. She woke me up in the middle of the night because she felt like throwing up. So I stayed up like 2 hours. Oh, I'm so tired.
Pregnant.
Baby's on the way.
Oh fuck no.
Oh,
I can't afford it.
I was about to say congratulations, fool. It's all right, dog.
Maybe if I get a collaboration with you on TikTok, then maybe that might help me out.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, fool.
But yeah, so shout out to her. Shout out to all the truckers. Shout out to everybody who supports and comments and sends us messages. And I'll leave it off to Dreams.
Yeah, shout out my girl. I love you.
That's right. You do love her.
He loves her.
You do love
It's
her.
just jokes.
Can I say?
Tacos de cabeza.
Pan over somewhere else.
Yeah, shout out my girl. Sometimes I hate you,
Okay.
but it's fine. You'll get it together one day.
You're perfect.
Yeah, just one day you'll be able to say that you deserve me. I love you. Mwah. Shout out to you for coming through, man. It means a lot. Taking your time, obviously, as Gazelle has said earlier. Shout out to everybody that's been listening. Shout out to all the people out there that are working and listening to us. If you're in the warehouses,
Yes, sir.
if you're a trucker, if you're built like a trucker, yeah, Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
Shout out all the tacos de pastor out there, bro. And shout out to everyone that's came to listen to the episode. Having him on, it means a lot to us that we can cross contaminate our fan bases.
Cross contaminate.
I don't know how to word that. So
That was
I just said it
perfect, bro.
way.
That was
You're
amazing.
That was cool.
welcome. And yeah, that's gonna be it for right now.
Yeah, well, on my end, I want to shout out to the homie Cisco for pulling up, brother. Like I said earlier.
Damn, not even your girl first. That's crazy.
Oh,
man.
shout
We
out
did
the
our
love,
girls
shout out
first,
the
right?
love of my life. Un pinche beso negro ahí
He
donde
loves Toxica.
no le pega el sol. No, I'm gonna cross it out and put I love my toxic shit. Shout out to all the listeners. Shout out to everybody who's gonna go switch over to the YouTube membership. You already know we be fucking going crazy on there. Dreams be racist on there, low key sometimes.
Sometimes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Nah, shout out to
Fuck it,
homie
why
Cisco,
not?
though, for real. Shout out your lady as well. We talked a lot about her in like the first hour of the podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out to her for fucking making that jump
Fuck
over
yeah.
here. That's crazy.
You guys should have fucking invited her, man.
For real.
It
We
seems like you guys wanted to know about her, not me.
We're dropping this episode on Patreon. Imagine.
We don't even drop this one.
Nah.
Yeah, but that's it on my end, brother. Let's do this again, like I said.
Yeah.
Hasta luego.
So yeah, shout out. No, we don't have to do my shouts, but
Yeah.
shout out to,
All right. Bye.
Shout out to my family. Shout out to you for coming on, bro. We appreciate your fucking time for real. Let's do it again sometime.
For sure, man.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Double date.
everyone who shout out to everyone who listens. Shout out to all the truck drivers, the landscapers, the warehouse workers.
The teachers.
all the essential
The
people.
RNs.
All the essentials. And shout out my lady. With that, we out. Peace.
Peace.
Laters.